Welcome to Around the Mage Table. This is episode 73 of the podcast for the rest of us. I am joined by my fellow podcasters. We'll start by saying hello to Lithian. Lithian, what'd you do for your Valentine's Day?
I didn't do any. I'm single, man.
Oh,
I didn't do
ladies.
anything.
Ladies, get in the comments. Get in his DMs. Lithian is single. Scrap, you're
I did
not.
nothing.
What did you do? Nothing?
I'm not yet.
Not
No, we
yet.
did a double date with
Oops.
my friends. Um, we did a double date with my friends. We got pizza with them and their son. It was a lot of fun.
All right, cool. And I ask you, status unknown.
I woke up at 4:30ish a.m. because my friend James snapped me a joke, and then we both realized we weren't going to fall back asleep, and then we played World of Warcraft Turning the Burning Crusade for like 5 hours.
Which you've been
That's such
playing.
a beautiful love story.
Yeah. Hey. I did nothing. We're tired all the time because of the kids. So yeah, this is just our life. We record podcasts and everything else is meaningless. You ready to get
I
into
do
the
other
news?
stuff, but
No, you don't. Oh, actually, speaking of which, first off, please continue to like, subscribe, and comment. You guys are amazing. We are continuing to grow because of you, so thank you. Second off,
rock.
Scrap is trying to threaten our road to BlizzCon episode 100 by trying to get out of next week's episode. So, Scrap, why don't you go and tell everyone what you're so excited to be doing?
well, you guys know I have a whale shark fixation. If you're like a fan,
Fetish is
I'm going. I've got my whale shark shirt on. I don't know if you can see this in the crop.
Which, by the way, Scrap drew
but
my daughter a whalefish, and it's now sitting on my fridge.
Whalefish. It's called a whale.
Whale shark. Sorry, whale shark. Sorry.
Whale fish. Oh.
So anyway, I have tickets in Atlanta next weekend to go and swim with the whale sharks at the Georgia Aquarium.
Whale shark.
Yeah, whale sharks. Yeah, in
No,
the
one. Isn't there
football
one now?
field-sized tank. There's only one, yes.
Yeah.
Whale shark.
I
Yeah,
hope
and
it
the
doesn't
manta
eat you,
rays.
man.
That would be my dream of my life, but they do not eat. They don't eat meat. They filter feed. So
my daughter, as I said, is in love with whale sharks right now because some show on PBS Kids like had an episode about them. And so we watched Planet Earth where they talk about it, and apparently whale sharks will like swim from underneath and come up and try to get all the small fish. But tuna are also trying to get the fish, and sometimes they accidentally eat the tuna.
Yeah.
So Scrap, you're gonna be at school.
I'd be happy to be a tuna.
Are fish the only thing that people see and they just name based on like how they look? Where it's just like it kind of looks like a whale shark. Just name it both.
Yeah.
Just name it both. Fuck it.
Yeah, it's all
I guess
it's
so.
all the same
I mean,
shit.
I wonder if when people first saw it, they were like, I don't know what that is. Is that a whale
Is
or
that
a
a
shark?
whale or a
It's like,
shark?
well,
Yeah. Oh, I guess it's both.
let me tell you guys. So for the people, how you can tell the difference
We're
between
gonna
a whale
get
and
10
a shark
minutes
is
out of this.
eyeballing it from a distance. No, you'll get 1 second out of it. If you're seeing a silhouette of a giant creature from a distance, how you tell if it's a whale or a shark? Sharks' fins are vertical, so up and down. Whale sharks are horizontal, so side to side, without fail, 100% of the time. So that's how you can tell the difference. If you're not sure if it's a whale or a
now
shark,
I'm confused.
that's how
You mean there's no dorsal fin on the top? Is what you're saying?
No, their tail.
Oh.
So you can picture the tail is like this, like a fish. If it's a shark,
Bro,
if it's a whale,
if you're seeing the
like
tail,
this,
it's
like a
already too
flipper.
late.
Okay.
You're already eating.
I was gonna say I don't
Okay.
think whales had dorsal fins on the top, full stop. But okay, it makes sense now. Okay.
Some cetaceans do,
there
like
it is.
orca whales.
1 second, she said.
But they're not true whales. They're more closer related to dolphins.
Keep me on my toes, guys. I felt like that was getting a little toxic, but you know what? She's giving our viewers the information they're looking for. Whale sharks, Atlanta. So actually, back to the point that actually matters. Next week,
Right.
we might do one of two things. One, it may be a late episode. Scrap might come in. She's back, I think, Tuesday, right?
I think so.
So we might do a late episode, right? So if you see an episode not come up on Monday, that's why. Or we might just do a boys only episode. I ask you guys some ideas, get some natty lights, right? Couple of pork rinds and stuff. I question if these two can carry 2 hours of conversation, but who knows? Maybe they can. Speaking of which, you guys ready to get into 2 hours of conversation?
Let's
go. Maybe even a little more.
Oh my. Okay. So we'll start with some more tuning coming on Tuesday's reset. Yep. It doesn't look like anything's completely outrageous. I know they're fixing some things still. I asked you pointed out earlier something that stood out to me with the tuning, and I don't know if you can explain this better than I can. Because like you'll see that they've. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. So this past week I've been very kind
Unplugged.
of out of the loop as far as the WoW news is. but I've kind of just seen little glimpses of things people have been saying. So based on what I can tell, every single healer, essentially what they did is they took individual abilities in their kit and they nerfed those down specifically so they could just buff the overall damage of everything in it up 1%
So
per
it's
level,
scaled
which I
differently.
think
Yeah.
which over the course of the entire 1 to 90 is technically a buff for most, I believe, if not all of them. And then they did just some slight tuning for classes like Mistweaver, which have the damage transfer, to just make sure that wasn't a random super buff out of nowhere for them. So it's kind of a weird thing that I think you see it and your brain's kind of like, what? But as far as I can tell, it's supposed to be a good thing, and I don't think anyone was too unhappy with it.
Well, and I think this would maybe explain a little bit of why we saw healers doing very little damage on the beta. And hopefully this is maybe a correction of that, but it doesn't seem like it's a huge correction. In response
Yeah,
also
no,
to
I
our
haven't played since they've done it, so
yeah, I played a little bit this past
s-
week with actually Lithian. You and I did some keys. And I mean
Yeah.
it felt fine. I was Algathar Academy. I was doing like some massive DPS with my Shield of the Righteous, which I think also got buffed. But
nice.
you know, it's
Yeah,
fun. There's some other,
yeah.
Looks like Arcane got some knocking down a little bit.
Survival got nerfs though.
Yeah, let's go and show
No.
Scrap her bad news.
Yeah,
Where is it?
survival's
You're
F
down.
tier.
I mean, I can't really gauge it how the tuning's gonna be, right? Like,
Yeah, but it's
I
tough.
haven't
F
played
tier.
with
Yeah,
it in
it's
beta.
tough. Yeah. Well, and you haven't even played it
It
at like
doesn't matter.
max level with max gear.
You're not playing survival.
Yeah.
You're playing
Devour
Well,
Devour.
got nerfed too,
I'm
didn't
gonna
it?
play it a little bit, I think.
No.
Devour got nerfed too.
Devourer.
Sorry, Scrap.
If I can bring up a
Oh,
quick story
no.
real quick, because it just made me think of Scrap and Hunters. When in TBC Classic, I had to ask my friend how his Rain of Arrows worked. I'm like, do I need to keep these in one spot for you to do damage to them, or can I move them? He's like, no, it just goes in one area. So it turns out Hunters have had this thing for years where they just have these circles you got to keep stuff in. It's so annoying.
Well, it's the same with
Yeah,
Frost.
it's kind of like
Frost
a
mages,
thing
right?
for our class. Yeah, they had the Ring of Frost. Is it called Ring
Blizzard.
of
Just
Frost?
No,
Blizzard.
it's Blizzard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Frost. Ring of Frost is
I
a
pull
spell, though,
mobs.
isn't it?
I pull mobs along all the time and I get yelled at. Haywire yells at me for Stampede now. I can't even see Stampede, so I have no idea. I don't
That
know
is
when he's
tough, yeah.
casting it.
You know what the
Like
best
it's so
design
bad.
of one of these is when they, for warriors, when they had the Kyrian spear that's like put a thing on the ground and also just hooked everything to
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's like
Well, they
Yeah,
still
the
have
that
moms
just
go
made me
where
mad.
the moms go where I tell them to go. Like,
Oh,
I'm putting
good.
my circle
Good
here and
thing
you
they took
cannot
that
move
away.
them.
Good
No,
thing
they
they took
Windwalkers?
still
that
have
away
it,
there.
from
don't
you.
they? I haven't played it.
I
Yeah.
Lithian,
Windwalkers got
correct me
nerfed?
if I'm wrong. Windwalker got some buffs. Oh no, I guess this is maybe kind of
buffs.
well, okay, a little bit of both.
Well,
Um,
so they're trying to fix the Fists of Fury issue.
Yeah.
So they decrease damage and then increase Fists of Fury, which if I play Windwalker and I don't hit Fists of Fury, I'm just gonna be angry. I
Yeah, I
don't
don't
I
blame
don't
you.
like that play style. Like,
Did
it's
they
weird.
fix the mage ones
I
too?
was
Like,
taking a picture of her dog while we're
I'm sorry, was that on the thing?
Sorry.
I had to take a picture.
Wow.
did they fix the mage ones too? Like the ice lance and all that people weren't pressing? Do we know? Looks
Yeah.
like they did some stuff with that, maybe.
They did something with Frost. I don't know if it necessarily because they didn't call out any specific things calling about like
Oh, okay.
and I don't know enough about Frost at the moment to tell you yes or no, but like I mean this is just tuning as opposed to like maybe fixing rotational issues, which again might be because of
Okay.
tuning. Like Arcane, I didn't see anything about calling out arcane missiles right now, so they haven't fixed that either. But we played with a Windwalker on beta this week. Oh, actually, I'm not even sure if these are on beta, Lithian. I don't know if they
No. I
1-to-1
think
these.
I don't know if they're on beta yet. Or I don't know if they're on beta at all. I think they might just go
Yeah.
straight to retail,
Okay.
straight to live.
Well, either way, I think
don't know.
healers are eating good. Max has done his seasonal meta where he pulls all the experts in, and I think Preservation and Resto Druid are top healers. Holy Paladin, for example, is B, so not bad.
Was
and
preservation good in M plus, or was it just like a raid thing?
well, you're gonna put me on the spot. I don't remember off the top of my head. I just remember seeing it in the S tier for something.
Oh, that's okay. I was just curious if you knew. No biggie.
But Brewmaster, Lithian's bread and butter, is going to be S tier, so we expect a lot out of you, Lithian, this season.
You have to
There's
literally
gonna
carry
be
us.
I think there's still 2 more tuning passes before
Oh.
it goes live. So
tuning past as far as like beta going live or season 1 going live? I think there'll be more than
for
2.
beta.
Yeah.
Well, there'll
No,
be I mean there'll be like a heroic week too. So if there's anything too wacky, they can tune then too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, let's keep moving through. We've got some things coming to beta, including a new Keystone Dungeon tab. Now, all it seems to be doing is just calling out like how keystones work, and like for example, you can see like they covered the affixes in there, which is nice. I don't know if this will tell
Mhm.
us, for example, the Xal'atath bargain affixes. You know how like we never know what it is, even though it tells us on the key, we don't know what, we can't remember what
Yeah.
Yeah.
got,
Yeah,
whatever it is.
yeah.
But
Probably if you hover over it, it seems like there's
this,
like links there you can.
again, trying to bring the people maybe who are doing delves into Mythic. This is kind of a nice little feature, although I don't know how much of, like
Mhm.
us will be using it. But I still want to call out Blizzard, if you're watching or listening, please, please, please put in the trash on the dungeon journal. I'll do a shameless plug here. I've written 4 of the 8 dungeons so far on our Around the Mage Table website. Here, I'll pull it up real quick.
Wonderful.
Guys. So you can go in there and see all the trash and what they do. But I really wish this was in the game. Maybe Blizzard, you can hire me and I'll put them in for you. But we'll continue to build these. Yeah, not happening. We'll
Mhm.
continue to build these and get the other 4 dungeons. I got Skyreach almost done. So a shameless plug there.
Nice.
And also, Lithian, you said you updated the meta guide. Where's that? Right here. Do you have anything to say to this other than it's just updated and we should trust what it says?
I haven't
Oh.
been keeping track of some of the changes, so I haven't validated anything. But yeah, I mean it certainly did go and look at all the different content creators and tried to update, and it looks at Archon and Icy Veins too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need to go through and look at the changes.
I wish we had someone
Trash.
because Scrap doesn't really do too much with beta or PTR. It'd be interesting to
No.
have some people who have played their spec tell us how they feel, because I feel like there's been some people that there's some classes I feel like are still very outliery, just do a lot more damage than other classes. And then there's classes that I feel like I have not seen do a ton of damage. And I can't tell if it's just people still figuring out new rotations or if there's still some tuning to be done. So if anyone has any experience with anything like that, let us know, because
Yeah.
I am curious.
I feel like at least in War Within, the tuning. I mean, we agree, right, Frank, that the tuning's been pretty good. It's been
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
close. There's
Yeah.
been only a handful of things. The only thing egregious was Og, and clearly they were trying to do something with that.
Og and
Yep.
Oracle.
That we can't agree on exactly what. But nobody who was like unplayable, right? So
If you look at DPS, and you look at the rankings in the meta guide, there's some commentary around why, like Demos might get nerfed or whatever. Arcane Mage is still high up, Frost Mage, Unholy DK. I don't know if it's right there because I don't play DPS, so like I have no way to validate any of this stuff. But it call Awu or
Yeah.
Uwu
It's
or
calling out
however you say his
specific.
name.
Yeah. Specific.
Yeah,
people.
Eisen
predicted
called
bottom
stuff
tier.
out.
Damn.
Yeah.
Avoid
It-
at launch.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with all that because I think you can play any of these classes and be fine.
Well, I mean, the
Like I can
Prez.
guarantee I could play.
Sorry, go on.
So I guarantee I could play Blood DK and be perfectly fine all the way up.
In the way
through,
we play,
so.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, like they're calling out
What a-
preservation is not necessarily the weakest. It's actually the weakest heal. Now, granted, they did get a 8% buff, I think, this week. So maybe that's enough to help them. But yeah, I mean, this is like such a wealth of information. But I really feel like we haven't said this in a while, and I want to repeat it. Please, please, please don't chase the meta. Just play what you're good at, right? You playing what
Yeah.
you're good at
Yeah,
is
play what you like.
significantly more impactful than you trying to chase Devour or whatever like Scrap is, So
But that
I
being
put
said, oh, go on.
I put that at the bottom of the guide.
Nice.
All the way
I
at the
feel like
bottom.
that being said, that now is a good time to try something new because everything's different. Everybody's starting from scratch.
Right there.
Like, so if you've always thought like, I've been so set into playing this thing and I've always thought that like Rogue is cool, like this would be a good time to try it, I think, for the first time.
I was
You
gonna
know.
actually encourage the opposite. I was gonna say,
Oh.
hey, well, you can play through the first couple weeks. You know, you got
Play
a
the
couple
meta.
weeks before the season starts. No, play what your favorite thing is throughout the campaign and the story, and enjoy that part of the game. Don't just like rush through it. So you can do heroics for 2 straight weeks. Like you know, do
Yeah.
do
Oh,
Nah,
things
dude.
you enjoy for sure.
I
Like
align
take
with
take
that
time to have
advice
fun
for
with the
sure.
game.
Yeah,
I
I
like to
definitely align
rush
with that
through it.
advice.
I like to rush through it so I can go back to playing Minecraft.
Oh yeah, we big on Minecraft.
All right, you want to give a quick Minecraft update, Scrap?
Okay, Minecraft update. We haven't made
Why do you
any
say that with
progress.
sadness?
We haven't made any progress because Frank won't log on to Minecraft.
I'm writing the guides. It's taking forever.
Well, we only have so much time in Minecraft.
I only have so much
February.
time to
You
get the
have to log
guides
on.
out. You even told me I
Literally
have to be
everybody's
quick.
literally everybody is in the Nether except for us, and they're having so much fun, and we haven't gone in at all. So on Tuesday we're gonna go in the Nether. That's the update. Oh, my
know-
my precious camel died.
Yeah.
So sad.
Yeah, that's a big update.
That's the biggest update.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm
What was
most
the
worried about with
camel's
these
name?
guides? Oh god, the camel.
What was yours,
What was
Frank?
the camel's? What was the camel's name, Scrap?
Oh, it was Sylvanas, my beautiful
Oh,
undead
okay.
camel.
I'll put it in the notes to put a little tribute to Syvlanas at the end of the video.
In the arms
Well, we don't have much
of-
footage of her, so
I just
she
have
was
pictures. I have pictures of her leaving the stable all the time.
she was
Just put a real camel in there. No one will know the difference.
yeah, no, she was an undead camel, and she was a maverick. She would leave the stable, and one day she never came back. So, I'm
She's
making
still alive somewhere.
a like
Undead.
100-foot tall camel monument, absolutely dwarfing Frank's beautiful beach house. So there's that to look forward to.
Is it a beautiful beach house?
Yeah, I don't.
It
think that's-
is. Dude, I love the beach house. It's kind of iconic at this point. Okay, that's the Minecraft update. Let's go back
Okay.
to whatever this
Chinier's
is.
enjoying
All
it.
I wanted to add was just, because I'm not playing Minecraft because I'm writing these guides. My big fear right now is the amount of time and effort I'm pouring into these guides, and they're not going to be worth it. No one's going to use them. So please, please,
having-
please continue to use them. What?
Are you
Ask me?
having fun? Are you having
You know
fun
what?
Yeah.
making 'em?
Actually, okay, fair enough. Someone asked me about this. I was playing Mario Tennis with my friend Tom, and he's like, "How's the podcast going?" And I was telling him, like, "Yeah, I'm working on these guides." And yeah, it's like a ton of hours, but the truth is, like, this is a hobby that even if no one does watch, I do love doing it. So you're right about that.
But I'll give you a shout out. Pull up one of the guides real quick. I was a pretty big naysayer of these when Frank said he wanted to do them, but like, I mean, this is like wowhead quality right here. Like, this is the stuff. So if you were curious about the new dungeons and you don't know where to find stuff, and the big guys, as they like to call themselves, put out the crappy guides that don't actually say anything, Frank's got the good stuff right here. This is the Heisenberg level.
I appreciate that. Honestly. I would say that with Quasi, because Quasi was like, he would cover all this stuff. It just was like an hour-long video, and I just don't know if people want to sit and watch a video for that, like that for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And
sure,
also,
yeah.
Lithium won't let me put anything higher than 5 megabytes, so the GIF qualities are. Ugh. But maybe if they get some traffic, he'll go, okay, fine, I'll bump you up to 10. But
In the
yeah,
comments, put whether you like how Frank pronounces GIF or GIF.
Dude, I'm sorry. Look,
I know it's so
the
wrong.
guy that made
It's
him
so wrong.
said they're called GIFs. I'm following what his lead is. That's what I'd want.
All right.
He was
anyways,
wrong.
back to oh god, look how bad this one is. So yeah, I mean, I appreciate that, Oski, and it's really good for me. This is part of the reason why I love doing this is because I'm learning the dungeons.
Dude,
a good
literally a GIF for every single ability. Like, there's no other like websites that have anything like that for trash. Like, it's crazy.
So we were doing Mycera Caverns, and we were trying to do it on 12, and we were just getting our asses handed to us. So doing this guide really helped me understand all the reasons why my peers of DPS were getting me killed, and most notably, where's this one? It was this guy
Is
right
it
here.
the Massacre guy?
No.
Because that guy is a terror.
It is. He was just like, everyone was just like firing stuff into the group the whole time.
Eating the frontal.
Yeah.
I noticed that too one time.
Yeah.
I'm just like, they're just standing there, just eating it. It's like, what are you guys doing?
So yeah, it was really helpful for me, and I highly recommend it for y'all. And again, as the guides get finished, we'll have videos to go along with them. If I can get 100 hours of work done in time before launch. But thank you for the shout out.
That'll be fine.
All right, let's move on to another topic. This was in response, not to us directly, but of last week's. Oh, for God's sakes, I see. Apparently, people are, I would say, stretching the imagination of where we have seen Xal'atath before in the game, and they're saying it's from Ulduar back in 2009. Now, first things first, I do want to call out, it has been confirmed that this is Xal'atath. I am a little confused, and I think I can't remember who called this out. Sounds like a Talius and Evatail kind of thing, but this does not look like a child. This more looks like a gnome that just has their head shaved. But I wanted to ask if you guys thought, do you still think this is a child, or do you think
I
this
was
is...
confused. I thought she was like a void walker. Like I didn't know she was like a
What do you mean, like...
I
a
don't know the
human
lore.
thing.
No, so
No, like when I did the Xal'atath lore quest,
yeah,
like
did you
she
not watch this?
before she looked like a hot elf. No, I didn't
You-
watch that. I forgot.
We literally talked about it.
So
I know,
you
but I
should
never.
watch
I
it
was
'cause
like, oh, I'm gonna watch that.
it's
So-
pretty cool. But long story short, basically, Salhadar's like trying to get away from Xal'atath, and she's like, "No, I completely understand what you're going through. Let me show you my past." And then just she convinces him to join, which I don't know why anyone would join Xal'atath at this point, but
Yeah. Wait,
I-
so was she a baby or was she a void walker?
we don't know.
So no, scrap. I'm getting major Silver Surfer vibes, if you know any of the lore from Fantastic
I don't know
Four.
anything about Silver
The
Surfer.
long and
I'm
short of
so
it
sorry.
is like, I think she either, and okay, sorry, now I remember who it was. Discord and Kitty did a good video on this. I think she either sacrificed herself. Well, actually, no, it's confirmed now that her people are gone, so that's definitely out the window. Not Silver Surfer, but I think she like was chosen and or maybe how did Discord? Long story short, she was like chosen by the shadow to, you know, manifest into it, right? Whether it be because of Dimensius or not, I don't know. We'll hopefully find out more about that story later.
There's
But
So
two
she was like
theories.
another race of person. She wasn't just like a void
Yeah.
entity.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That's kinda
Dimensius
lame.
destroyed
I
her
liked
world.
it.
Mhm.
I don't know. I kind of like gelled with her a little bit more when I thought she was just like a void walker who was like, I'm gonna be hot. Like it's hot girl summer for this void walker.
I
Like
can respect that,
I don't know.
but it sounds like
I
they're trying to
just
give
like
her a
that
little more. I know
I
there's a
don't.
theory.
They saw the
There's
brat
like a
brat
theory.
video from Charlie XCX and said, "All right, Xal'atath's brat." Sorry.
Yeah.
Xal'atath brat. Celebrat.
Yep.
There's a theory that maybe she actually called the void to her world and had it destroyed. There's like a bunch of different theories about this particular trailer, but that's one of them as well, where maybe it's not necessarily her giving up herself to save a world. Well, her home
Wait.
world's already destroyed,
yeah.
clearly, but maybe she is the reason why it got destroyed in the first place.
Yep.
She
So it's
called them when
interesting.
she was a bald baby. Like
Maybe.
okay.
Well, so Discord and
gotta
Kitty
dig
pointed out, like, why would they
So-
put all this like ceremonial stuff and like her robes are very long and flowing on a baby, you know? Like,
So that they can
Yeah.
say that she's not human. Like it's like this is a totally different thing. It's just
She's
a
a gnome.
purple human with
she's a gnome.
with stuff on her face. Like no, they're 100% gonna say this is a race of generic fantasy name. They all look like purple hot ladies, and they all have stuff on their face at birth. Like that's the only distinction between that and an elf.
Well, the question to
I don't think
you,
it's ceremonial.
Scrap, Lith, and Ioski is it a stretch that this is from, which is from Old War?
Well, that clearly has like a snake on it and shit. like,
I
don't you
feel like
see
this
the
is just
snake?
referencing,
Like tentacles.
yeah, I feel like this is
Yeah.
just referencing Yogg Saron and the fact that he was like pretending to be human and stuff. Because wasn't he
I
pretending to
think
be?
they're yeah.
He was pretending to be one of the 4 guardians, whatever, I can't remember the name. Wasn't he pretending to be one of their girlfriends and like that's how he got?
Yeah, he was
corrupted?
Thorm's girlfriend or whatever,
Thorm's, yeah.
Sif or whatever her name is. Yeah.
Hmm.
Alright.
I don't think it's directly connected, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's one of those things where they had it as a detail and they're like, let's just put these like images down somewhere, and then years later maybe we'll do like a callback to it.
There's
But
no way.
it is a cool coincidence, and I know we are going to do some kind of Alderweirth thing in the Last Titan, it sounds like. So maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Who knows?
Actually,
I don't know,
I
the
didn't
baby's not purple.
I didn't pull it up because I didn't think there was too much in it for us to talk about, but I do want to call out though. They were talking about player housing in Delve, you know, they did some interview for some magazine or whatever. And they called out that right now they're working on obviously the Northrend side of things for Last Titans, and they're really excited about using Delves to revisit a lot of the areas that we saw in Wrath of the Lich King. And I just immediately thought like, damn, there might be some Delves in Ulduar. How sick would that be? So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that would
too.
be cool.
Yeah.
Halls of Lightning, Halls of Stone, and all that. Yeah, that'd be sick. And the old kingdom, that would be cool too.
Yep. We're gonna have some banger Delves, Lithian.
I am excited.
Maybe it'll be a labyrinth.
But they keep reinforcing though
I
that
haven't been on the
Delves.
labyrinth.
That would be that labyrinth, not before last.
Yeah, I'm in on that.
Yeah.
Those are awesome.
But they are reinforcing that delves are extremely popular and that like people are really vibing with the idea that they can just walk away from, do them in bite sizes. So all the power to you delve folks out there. We're happy for you. Any last thoughts?
That's
People
not
definitely
her.
like being able to
That's not
walk
her.
away.
Okay.
That's definitely not her. And if they come back and connect this and say that was her the whole time, they're just like seizing on something, an opportunity that was presented to them now.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
I have a string of small things that have been causing people to get in an uproar. Okay. So I'm gonna throw them all by you and just see how you guys feel about them. Okay. The one that I was most blown away with personally is this one right here. So apparently, and I don't want to say the name of the website, but you're going to be able to see the logo, I think. Let me pull it up. Yeah, okay. You can see the logo, whatever. Apparently, there are websites where you can buy gold and stuff. Okay, cool, whatever. That are now selling WoW player housing boosts. Okay?
How do you
Oh, like
boost player
XP?
housing?
You
And
get buy a bunch of stuff.
well, so they have housing level XP, yes.
Oh.
They'll get you lumber, okay. They'll get you the Shadowlands achievement decor, which by the way, look at the price of that. Almost $800. Right?
What's so hard?
Holy
Is it really
cow.
hard? I guess it's time gated, so
For
it takes
some
time
reason,
to do.
yeah, well, but for some reason, this is only 8. Well, sorry, this might be a starting price. Let me actually look at it.
What a
No.
steal.
Yeah, this is a steal. Anyways, I'm not.
Dude, I'll
do
have
not do
that.
this, by the way. Do not do this.
Use code amount
$8?
change table.
Yeah.
But this is what
How
I
long
wanted
did
to
it
call
take you? How many hours do you think that took you to do?
Not that long. It
All
was
the
really.
reputation?
It was more. No, the reputation. Well, I had the reputation done anyways. The only reputation I didn't was the Hallowfall, 0.5 patch, whatever they did, and I could do that on multiple characters. Like I could fly through it pretty quickly.
Do you think why it's so cheap is maybe they have like a bot that can like do all of it? Like
Look,
in the
I don't
Shadowlands one?
want to
Under your account?
entertain. I don't want to entertain this at all. But I did want
But
because
we're talking about it.
Scrap.
Like I want to know about
I
it.
like
so look at
that there's
this.
a bullet point. There's a bullet point on each one that says safe service, which makes me feel unsafe.
Terms
Well,
of
look at that
service
beach
safe.
house. Hold
Right,
on.
but
Let me look
scrap-
at that beach house.
but
$50?
Oh, so apparently it's look. This is $400. So like I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
400.
That's a
$600
Can I just
for this.
look at the beach house and maybe I can copy it for free? Oh, I like it. It's cute. But I can make it myself. Hold on. Let me print screen. Okay,
It'd
Anyways.
be better
got
with
it.
like 20
Watch
flamingos in
the
the front.
podcast.
So
Yeah.
It's $700 for your
Just for it.
tavern, right?
Oh, that's epic.
Oh.
You guys are.
I could see
No.
somebody. I could see people buying this
I'm
in
not
our guild.
encouraging
I won't say
anyone
who.
to buy these,
$700.
but they have sweet.
Who's sitting on $700 worth of disposable income they could just throw at
Listen,
something
you
like
know there are
this?
whales out there. That's how they keep some of these mobile games afloat.
Some of them
Yeah,
own
people buy the
Rivians.
fucking people buy the fucking spectral tiger and run around
The Crown
on it.
Prince
like,
of Saudi Arabia is more than happy, and I bring him up because apparently he personally finances Dota's international championship. Yeah,
and he
there's
loves
tons.
WoW?
No, so in Dota, when they have the international, the prize fund is funded by the players, and what they do is they
Huh.
build I can't remember what they call it, but like they build this huge amount of skins for the characters and all these rewards, whatever. And the rumor is that the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia is like such a huge Dota fan that like he'll buy millions of dollars worth of it just to kind of fund the international prize. That's the
Dude.
rumor. I don't know if it's true or not.
Hey
That's
Frank, that $70 one
the
looks like your
whale
house.
of whales right there.
Where's the
So
second one?
how
one.
how
That
how do
one.
they give you these services? Because you have to be logged in to your account to
You have
build
to
your
give them your
house.
password,
I
I'm
think
sure,
this is a
right?
terms of service issue.
No.
Lithian. There's no way they
I
can't.
mean,
There's no way they can't.
If you're from
well,
Sky Coach, go
the
tell us in the
only
comments how you do it and tell us how we can contact you.
the only
Yeah.
so
the,
we
o-
can
the
get
only
you in trouble.
way the only way they can do it without violating terms of service is if they take remote control of your PC and play for
Oh.
you through like a remote
That's
desktop.
easy to do, right? Like you could do that to my
Can I-
computer.
But I don't
Can I
think
also call out
I
something
don't
real
think
quick?
that I don't think that works for
What?
video games.
Every single one of these are
Um,
5-star ratings, and every single one of them have 5,682 reviews. This is sus as shit.
Yeah, this is what I'm thinking is, do you think they give you like a Temu version of the house? Like it's just
No,
like you
no,
this beautiful picture,
no. Look,
and they give you a shitty one.
no, because again, if you're paying $200, right? Like, there's no way
What are you
this.
gonna do? Complain to Blizzard? Like it's like you did an
Frank,
illegal act.
I think Frank, you should buy it for science. I won't report you at all.
Look at that bathroom. That's nice.
Yeah, but
That's
this is
nice.
See, I
this would
don't
be
know why
easy to replicate.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That bathroom would probably take someone like maybe 20 minutes to replicate if they were new to it.
All right,
You know,
Scrap. Well,
it's
sell
like
to
to just
Lithium for
No.
$200.
I'm guessing part
Okay.
of what the
20
price
minutes?
is they probably have to go through and get the decor too if you don't have it. Oh yeah,
Yes,
there it is.
yes.
The cart wearing
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to
Dude,
compare it. Like,
So, just out of curiosity, was there a reason were people calling this out in particular? Because you
Some-
had said it was
someone-
a
yeah,
something.
it's just people were like, okay, so someone in our community actually, we talked about this. Scarwin was like, I'm really worried that when it comes to adding the ability to like let other people build your house, as you said you want to do for Lithium, that things like this would happen. And don't get me wrong,
Mhm.
I knew it, like, it's gonna happen, as evidenced by the fact that you don't even need to have access for them to apparently figure out how to do it. But her concern was that it's going to take away a lot of the hard work people do. And sorry, I'm paraphrasing her, so if she's listening to this, and I've got it wrong, tell me I'm wrong in the comments. But like, it'll take away the personality and the individualism of building your house because people can just like copy
Yep.
and paste all these really cool builds. Which
Yep.
again is another feature that will be coming soon. So God, imagine how much easier it's going to be for them when they're able to copy and paste.
Well, we
Prices will
talked
go
about this
down.
before. Is that if there's like some kind of
Instant
like
delivery?
community marketplace where if I made a piano, I can put it up for anybody to use, but nobody should be able to go to my house, select my piano, and then copy paste it. You know, like that would be something I feel negatively about. But if I made a cool piano and I want to sell it for WoW, like the design for WoW Gold, like I think that's kind of fun. Like
I agree with the
like
WoW
come
Gold side
get
of
my
it. Yeah.
piano. Yeah, with the
I
WoW
don't,
with that WoW Gold.
The copy and paste is overall, I think, good, but I do think it does kind of hurt the content creation side of it because people who used to make like a tutorial video, now you can just copy and like do the highlight and paste or copy or whatever. So that does kind of suck for the people who have been making a lot of good content about that stuff.
What? This is
I guess
instant
so, but
delivery.
now they
How's
can
that
just
even
say, "Here, you
possible?
can just have it."
That's
This,
true.
this
I
has
guess.
got to be
don't know,
fake. This
man.
has got to be fake, right? Like,
Well, can we buy
Dude, Frank,
one and
no,
see?
Buy
no,
one
I'm
for
not.
science,
No,
Frank.
no, absolutely
I'll
not.
buy one. I'll buy
I
one.
won't.
Yeah.
I
Blizzard,
won't
please
report
don't
you
ban
at
Scrap.
all.
Please don't.
I will say,
No.
and
I think
I
it's
hope
cool.
no one important is watching this, but I did buy gold one time in Season of Discovery when I was
Cuff
trying
him.
to catch up. And
Cuff 'em, boys.
Oh my
Um,
god.
Throw the book at him.
what happened was people would just send me gold in the mail with like rare items and just like, oh, here's the thing you need for that enchant, and then just like 200 gold. It was really funny, just like every so often, because they didn't send it all at
Yeah,
once. It just
yeah,
every so often you'd get it, and you'd just be like 50 gold,
And it
like,
just,
oh,
yeah, a little
here's
winky
this.
face in the mail.
I
Yeah,
didn't do
yeah,
that,
yeah.
but I've done like gold laundering where it's like
So
someone's
did Jeffrey
bought like
Epstein.
well, yes, similar to that. Somebody buys like me drawing an icon and instead of giving me
Like,
$20, I'm like, just give me the gold for it. And so like Pleb, he had to like make a character on my server and like transfer the gold to me. And I was like, this feels like
Oh,
kinda
that's
bad.
because Pleb has a job where he can't let people have access to his computer. That's why.
But he was just trying to give me
Well,
money.
Oh, got you.
Yeah. He was
So-
just trying to give her gold.
Do you
give me
think
gold.
though that maybe no, because this is paid directly. I was gonna say, do you think this might be a thing where the way they get around it is they're charging gold and then they figure out the conversion to get you to
I think we need
Frank,
to
but
do
no, you
some
buy it.
research.
Buy it for science, Frank.
No, absolutely not.
Can we set up a WoW account, like a new WoW account, and buy one of these?
Well, you'd have to buy the game and everything.
No, because the
Not-
base game's free, right? So, or you can't do
You have
housing.
to
in
you have
the
to have
base game.
midnight. Yeah, you have to have midnight to do housing.
Ooh.
I don't know,
I'm
man.
trying to figure out how we can test this
All
because
right.
I have so many questions.
Let's not encourage this in any way because again, this is against terms
We'll
of
come
services.
back next
Somehow,
week
I don't
and-
know how, but
Yeah, we'll be like, dude, this is the best thing ever. It worked great. I have a 5-star
we're selling
review
everything
for
now
it.
too. $6,000.
Yeah.
Not surprised it exists, but I mean, yeah, come on. Like, what's going on with this?
To me, it doesn't bother me if people want to buy amount. Like if people want to buy their AOTC, if people want to buy their mythic thing, it doesn't affect me. Like I'm gonna have fun. Even if you bought your house, I'm gonna make my
I
house very
shouldn't look anymore
carefully.
at
So
this
that doesn't
website.
bother me.
I'm turning the website off because I don't want anyone to see any other ideas.
Dude, only $5 for the
Nope,
Mage Tower
nope.
appearances.
All right, let's talk about some
Really?
other controversy. We finally
Oh,
have something
Hearthsteel.
coming in for Hearthsteel. All right.
Hearthsteel.
So if you can't remember, Hearthsteel was their in-game, no, sorry, for real money, player housing currency, and they finally released something that costs money. Now,
They just released
according to
one
this,
thing. That's so sad.
no, two things technically. $5 for 500 Hearthsteel, and the bundle for both of these. I guess it's probably in a picture.
500.
Is 500. So $5 for both of these. One plushie.
Wait, but
one.
they're 100 each. So why would you spend
Yeah, wait. Why
5
would you
for
do
both?
that?
Yeah.
It says
what the
8.
fuck?
Hold on. It said 8. It says 8 item bundle, or what does that say? It says something more clear.
You
in
get
there.
4 of each. That's like,
You
why would
get-
I need
you get
4
four.
Oh,
lions?
yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get 4 of each.
What the fuck? Why do I need 4 lion plushies?
You don't buy
Like,
the 2 then. What the fuck, Scrap?
I don't need any plushies. I already have a raptor plushie and an Elec plushie. What do I
Well,
need a wolf for?
someone post. Well, you also have the Murloc plushie now too, because of Twitch.
Yeah, have that one too.
So you don't want to have them all sitting together and make a little zoo?
No, I always thought that having
Zoo Tycoon, Scrap.
No, but I always thought that having like bot items is kind of cringe, like bot mounts and stuff. It's like, oh yeah, cool, you bought it. Like I don't. It doesn't feel like something I want to show off.
How many 6
So-
months mounts do you have, Scrap?
I mean, those I have those, but do you ever see me on them? No. Like
I would know if you were or not.
yeah.
All right. Well, do you think $1 per is a fair value?
Yeah, I think $1
Yeah.
per is fair. That's good.
If these definitely don't seem too unreasonable, this is probably, I actually expected it to be like a weird amount of currency where you had to spend the most to get a reasonable amount. So I'm actually very happy with how they're doing this
Well,
so far.
They might be
I
just
will
dipping their
totally-
toes.
If this was
Maybe, yeah.
something I wanted for my house, I would totally spend $1 on some bullshit I wanted for my house. These aren't speaking to me because I already have plushies and like,
Yeah.
I don't need a wolf. Like I would like a wolf if it was in the game, I would have it, but like I don't $1 need it. Now if they had something that I was like, oh my god, this is gonna bring the whole fucking room together. Oh, hell yeah, I'm gonna throw $1 at that. That's like not even real money to me. Like it's $1. You can't even buy a Starbucks as $1. Like it's dude. I'm totally gonna use this.
I initially thought I wouldn't buy anything with Hearthsteel. I'm not that big.
Did you
into it.
buy the wolf?
No, I'm probably going to buy them. I'll buy one each, right?
Okay.
Just because again, it's
Do
$1.
they
It's
retire
just-
these?
By the 8 is the
question.
best value.
Okay, maybe again, it doesn't matter. For like $5 is not the end of the world to me, right? Like,
Sorry, Frank, finish your thought. I was going.
I was just gonna say though, like for me, when I saw this, the first thing I went to was like, oh, that'd actually be like a really cool thing to gift someone. So I wonder if they have
Oh,
like
yeah.
a
Oh,
gifting
yeah.
thing, right? Like where I could just like, it's Lithian's birthday, and he's like, I know he loves that Worgen wolf, and then I just send him one, and I'm like, here you go, buddy.
You know what would be
How
so
nice.
good is if you could like place it in their house and it would be like sparkly or something.
yeah,
Like
put,
they
like,
would
a
have to
bow on
like
it.
loot it. Like yeah. But it's like,
Oh, that would be
dude,
cool.
I could prank you. I could buy like 100 wolves. So I would spend $100 and just fill your whole
$100
house with them. Like,
But that
like
for the bit, that's a great $100 spend, right?
I
That's
think
pretty funny,
I
yeah.
think for a bit, yeah. So add that to it, and then
What are
then
some of
we'll
those
talk.
bigger ones? Are they still just like
They don't seem to give
25 or
you.
25?
Yeah, they don't
More-
seem to give you any.
More currency.
Yeah, they don't seem to give you any discount for buying more of those. Kind of.
Hmm.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of like, why would I?
Well,
Like,
maybe they're doing that because people
Oh.
complain that that's like a predatory practice. So
Well, if I wanted to buy 100 wolves, I don't want to have to click the 100 over and over and over.
yeah,
Like,
okay. Well, it sounds like you guys aren't too turned off by this as other people
no,
were.
I'm chill with that as long as it's like not tied to like convenience. As long as
Progression.
like for example, if every fucking profession item was locked behind this, that would be so stupid.
Yeah.
Like,
It
it's like yeah,
was
you can have
like-
professions in your house, but yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I like this is fine that they do different type plushies, but I don't want them to do like, oh, this is a red Murloc or this is a blue Murloc. I hope they don't do like a bunch of recolors either.
Well, you
like
just won't
anything
buy
lazy.
it then. Yeah.
Well, you don't have
Well,
to buy the
here's the other
recolors. I
thing.
just.
Mm.
What's the other thing?
I was gonna say, if these retire, suddenly I want the wolf.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
suddenly I
yeah.
gotta have it. Like,
If
because
they
it's
do
then I'll have the
limited
first
time,
one.
yeah, limited time deals, and as long as it's not tied to progression, I don't care. They could sell whatever they want. If it's just
thi-
cosmetic stuff, it's fine.
I think I'm buying the wolf now because what if 5 years from now you can't buy it anymore and then I have it
Well, scrap. It's
Ooh, I
only
want
for
it.
sale for the next
You
2
should get
hours. So
you should get 4 of them.
Ooh, okay. Let me screenshot this. I should get 4. No way. I don't know what I do with 4 wolf plushies. It's crazy. I'm gonna
Not
buy a wolf.
yet.
You guys, you convinced me.
You're
It's
welcome,
so
for
cute.
$1.
Well,
I hope they're selling that at BlizzCon. That wolf. It's so cute.
ooh,
Oh, that would be
yeah,
cool.
that would be cool.
Yeah, I'll
And you'll
pay
pay $45
$25.
for that.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
$45 for that for sure. It's so cute.
Yeah,
And
I'm
you're
still getting a lot of
glowing.
mileage out of my Alexstrasza stuff I got from the last BlizzCon. So
I have mine right on the desk.
What are you doing with
That's-
it?
Yeah.
my,
What?
my
What do you mean
kids love it,
mileage?
Ioski. Thank you very much. My daughter's
Oh, okay.
favorite
Mileage is-
character is
Now, when you say your
Alexstrasza.
kids, do you mean your alive kids or?
Yeah.
What?
Mileage is crazy. Mileage is a crazy thing to say about like a hot lady plushie.
It's a drag. It's a drag.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying
Alright,
that was crazy terminology.
anyways,
Wow, you guys
I-
are going down a path I don't want to go down.
I did want to talk a little bit more with player housing because there's concerns that there is actual game power coming from the player housing with a new update
Oh.
that they did to
Oh
beta.
no,
I know what
that'd
this
be a
one's
problem for
about.
me.
So here's what
Tell me
they're
about it.
saying is
About-
considered power. There's a weekly
Oh.
quest coming in midnight where if you hang out with your friends in their house, you can get crests and the like of even void, like you can get
Oh.
augment runes and stuff like that. So I wanted to ask you guys
I
if
love
you
this.
okay. So it sounds like
I
you
mean,
don't
I
think
hang
it's
out.
power.
I hang out at the hot tub all the time, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's the hot tub.
Well, so look, I mean, you
This
get
is the kind of thing I want where this is like, you can get all this stuff from doing other things, right? So it's like you don't have to do this specific
these-
activity.
Count towards your cap for the week.
yes.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, there's
Oh, well
then it
then-
would be fucked.
It's just you're instead of doing like 2 dungeons,
Just-
you're just doing these or whatever.
Yeah. Well, it depends on how long I have to hang out because I can only hang out for so long. But I hang out at the hot tub all the time.
We should have like a designated quest house where it's like there's just like 5 seats, like it's like okay, go there.
It's
The
Well,
homeowner
okay.
will always be logged
Okay,
on.
so that
Beach
was
chairs is fine.
that was actually part of the concerns. People were like, "Oh, well, they'll just like throw it up in LFR saying, my house open, and 4 people will just like queue and get in it real quick and get this done."
Who cares?
Which,
I don't care.
So what?
I think it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, to me is like, well, I said the same thing. I don't care. But someone else made a really good point though, that this would really encourage you going to see other places' houses, like people, strangers, and just like seeing what cool things they've done with their home too. Which I actually think is like, forget the crest, like that might just be a good idea in general to kind of encourage us to go find strangers' homes and like use
Mhm.
LFR.
Dude,
to
it would be
do that.
sick if like you could like as a person you could place an item in your home that's like the hidden crest, and it's like people go into your home, they find a hidden crest, they just get like 1 crest, like something like
I-
that to do when you're in dungeon queues.
Frank, I'm really excited to see what you buy and they build for you. So
Yeah.
Christ.
Can I give
I'm
the
looking
community
forward to it.
can I give the community a banger idea? So like if you're
A
gonna
banger
be
idea.
like if you're gonna be the person who like hosts these LFR groups, like come in, get your weekly quest. The second they enter your house, you have that giant Xal'atath foot portrait. Like
Yeah,
they just
yeah.
like
Oh
walk
my
in
gosh.
and they have to like literally like sit for like 10 minutes or whatever the fuck under the feet.
And stare
Like,
at a foot.
you cannot have just like a regular ass house if you're gonna do the LFR thing. It's too
There's
fun.
Just
It's
hang
too
out at the hot
funny.
tub.
A lot of weeklies in the game. Like you get the ones where you get the raid, the heroic raid piece, which are nice when those come up. You get the dungeon ones for reputation. There aren't a lot of weeklies though that are worth doing because at some point you just don't need what they give anymore. So I'm happy they're putting something like this in that it's like
The
you
augment
can
runes are
get
really nice.
hero crest early in it. Later on, you can get the augment runes. You can put those on the auction house or use them. If you do, you get the currencies you can use for housing stuff or whatever, the void light or the midnight marl are. I'm not quite sure what those are, but essence of lumber, I don't know what that is either, but
So you can trade
Um,
them for any lumber.
oh, okay,
Oh.
cool. So yeah, so it's cool to have a weekly that actually gives something people can
Well, you
do
also get
throughout the season.
yeah, you also get coupons for your endeavors. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
And 34 gold pays for an upgrade, maybe.
We haven't gotten there yet. I ask you, don't spoil.
Or half a chair. Like
So- So I was
Yeah.
thinking when I first saw this, because again, it's four players. You know, that's what you got to do. We could host MDL roundtables or Q&As where people come and join our whatever guild hall that we build, and then they can get credit for this quest while they ask us
Mhm.
a ridiculous question that Scrap will of course answer for the rest of us. Right, Scrap?
Yeah. Of course, I can easily do that.
Um,
That
I,
sounds
I
like fun.
I mean, I'm glad to hear you guys agree. I thought this was a great idea. At first, I could definitely see like, oh, player power, that's a problem. But
No,
Have
but
you?
it's player power you can acquire in a totally different way. Like,
Yeah.
so it's like
Mhm.
you don't have to do this. This is fine. Chill.
Yeah. Is there anyone that's made any good points against this? Because I don't think I've seen any personally, but I don't know
well,
if
the
anyone
point is
else
that
has
they
seen
made it clear
anything.
that there was me 0 player power, and this
Oh,
is
okay.
by definition player power. Now,
Right.
granted, it's player power that requires the absolute minimum, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Um,
I don't see a problem with it.
yeah. Like I said before, if this stuff didn't count towards the cap, I would say it's a slippery slope. But since it does, it's just taking something else you would be doing. So I'm okay with it, and I'm okay with player power being done this way. And I think them capping it out at Hero 2 also is good, because then you can't use it for like mythic upgrades, which I think is a fair trade-off.
Yeah.
Well, in fairness, right? The argument could be made that if they do turbo boost again, you know how sometimes you'll just like amass these doing things that you like that's not of the level, like like we do raid or whatever, and we just
Yeah.
get champions
Mhm.
and hero crests that we never use. But then at turbo boost comes around and you transfer all these into mythic ones. So that could be a little bit of a problem. But
But when
on
they do that, it's also typically crests are uncapped. So it's like you could just play more and get them. It's
sure,
not like you'd be behind,
Yeah.
right?
sure. But the other side of it too, where I was like, oh, this would be really nice, is how many times have you like maybe leapfrogged, maybe an alt or something, into myth dungeon, level 10s, let's say, to get myth track crests, and you're like, oh man, I need a couple of the hero track ones though. I don't really want to
Oh
do
yeah.
any
No, for
sevens. I don't
sure.
really want to do any,
Mhm.
normal raid or
Yeah.
whatever. This would be like a quick way to like, oh cool, I can go get 20 and be done with it, and just get that little
Yep.
hero track upgrade or whatever. Although I think the tracks are different now, but you get my point. So it's nice. It's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
All right, so we're all in agreement then,
I
yeah?
love it.
Cool.
Yeah, this
I
is
think
great.
so.
And they need to push us more into interacting with the house. More, more, more. We need more.
Okay.
But I like it.
We still haven't gotten our roadmap for housing. They said there would be one specifically for housing, so
They're they're throwing it together as quick as possible. Like,
well,
like,
they had the
panic.
interview where they talked about like we know what's going to be coming now. I guess maybe what they're worried about is telling us when. But we'll see. All right. I ask you.
You don't say anything important. I gotta change my batteries on my headphones. Okay, talk to Iaski for a second.
Well, I was just gonna say. I ask you. Let's give her moment, everyone. All right. Yeah.
Were you gonna? You're not gonna ask ISC a question
Well,
now?
no, I was
No,
gonna
no, no.
lead.
He's
I was gonna
gonna
lead into the
segue.
next topic. Yeah.
Oh,
There was someone who commented in our last week's video that says we're not prepared for these types of podcasts. We don't come prepared. Scrap's so ill prepared she doesn't even change the battery of her headset
You
before
know
we start.
what? You
I
know
mean, it
who else
tells you how
wasn't
much
prepared?
battery's left.
You know who
Rick.
else wasn't prepared?
Who?
The people who raided Black Temple, and Illidan still got defeated, so it doesn't matter
So what you're
What are we
saying
talking
is
if
about?
it's
you're
okay to
prepared
be
or
ill
not.
prepared, like Scrap.
Yeah,
How am
exactly.
I supposed to know my headphones are low until it starts beeping
It
at
tells
me?
you.
Yeah.
No, it tells you the battery level on the thing.
Scrap. We
I
all
don't like
have
look
this.
at it. It's all the way over there. It's like
I
it's like
used to
not
have
in my
those head.
sight.
I have those. I have that headset somewhere.
I'm keeping
used
this
to
in
wear
the
it all the
podcast,
time.
Scrap,
do-
because I don't want anyone to know how ill prepared you were.
But next time, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna let it die, and then I'll just do this the whole time.
We'll know there's a
then
problem
everybody will
because
think
you
I'm
won't
super
talk
prepared.
within a minute.
No, I'll randomly cut in with some random bullshit, and nobody will know the difference.
Oh,
Like,
you'll pull a
It's
technique then.
true.
Okay.
Nobody will know.
yeah, no one will
Oh
know.
my God.
Okay, what
All
were we
right.
talking
Next
about?
topic.
Go on.
All right.
Next
So
topic.
Ioski gave us a little bit of a hint, a spoil. Okay. Scrap, we
Oh.
know that Valorstones were not going to continue on into midnight. Okay.
Right.
But today, or not today, this week, it appears that it's been revealed that it will now cost gold instead of Valorstones.
Yeah,
don't care.
I saw this and I was like, dude, what? Just
I
seems
mean,
it's not like a lot of gold. That's what's kind of
no,
weird.
it's such a
3,750.
little.
Or, yeah.
Yeah, it's not a lot of gold. I don't use gold for anything outside of consumables and now I guess upgrades.
Why? I feel like there's this pattern of them like shaking us down in like these really tiny ways that's starting to like add up. Where I'm like, what's going on? Is like the Blizzard economy collapsing or something? And they're trying to
Our
trying to
token
get it together. Yeah,
prices up. That's the
If the
question.
economy collapses, you heard it here first, folks.
yeah. This is the first sign of economy collapse when they
I
start
will
charging you 10 gold for adventure upgrades.
I will
Uh,
say this is one of those things where people for a long time have been complaining about the gold at the end of Mythic Plus dungeons. Pretty much every dungeon you do now can afford a myth upgrade, it seems, I think, right? Because it's like 50 gold
Yep.
for
Yeah.
dungeon or
50
something.
gold at Myth Tracker.
Yeah, can we? But I thought what people were complaining about is that we only get 50 gold when it's like we spend more to get in the door,
we-
like to use
well,
a
the
flask,
Right.
consumables are more.
to
Yeah, but-
repair.
But
like,
Scrap, that's the idea, is that like they're trying to tell you, like, yeah, go do world quests. That's why they exist, right?
I think
Yeah.
Mythic Plus should give you like 5. It should pay for itself. That's my opinion. 500 gold a run. If you complete it, so some of those ones that were in there for like an hour, I deserve 500 gold for that shit. Like, come on now. It
Listen,
sucks when you get nothing.
Wrath Classic, 2 hours a day. You would do all your dailies. You would do Ebb and Night dailies. You'd get like 200 gold per day, and that would get you your consumables for the week.
Yeah, back in my day, I had to walk up the hill.
You had to
Walk
work
walk
for
up
it.
the
Back in
hill
my
both ways
day.
in the snow. Like, yeah, bro, I'm not gonna do
You
that.
didn't have to
Here's
walk.
what
You could fly.
here's what I have. At the end of every Mythic Plus dungeon, in addition to your 50 gold, you should be able to upgrade an item for free. For no
Guess
difficulty.
what? You can actually.
Is that a real thing, dude? I'm
Yeah, you
fucking
get the
clairvoyant.
You can.
No,
you
in
can pay
addition.
for it.
In
Oh,
addition.
in addition. Okay.
In addition, because I need that
do
50
they
gold to
still
pay
need-
for 1/5 of
what
my
is
repair.
what is the amount of gold they give? Like, definitively, is it 50?
It's
I
like
thought it was a little more than that.
50. No, it's like a random
I
amount.
don't
It's like 50 gold and like 20 cents. Like it's like, dude, who came up
20
with this?
cents.
It's
20
like this
silver.
is what they
I-
valued my suffering
I
at is
thought-
like 50
I thought-
25.
I thought it was over 100 gold.
I thought it was
I
like,
don't
if
know.
you were to
Next
ask me, I thought it was
It
250.
might be. I don't know.
It's like
Next
$50.
time we're
Oh,
on
God.
beta.
I'm doing it right
No,
now.
next time we're on beta, somebody should look. I mean,
Okay.
I
Is
could
it
probably.
higher? Is it higher per key level also?
No, I don't think so.
That I don't know.
Dude, we do not know. And the funny thing is, the recap's gonna come out and it's gonna say, "Hey, Scrap, you did 600 dungeons this expansion or this patch," and I do not have any idea how much gold I get from each
Yeah,
dungeon.
you complain
That's how
every time.
negligible
Oh,
it is.
gold in here. Ugh. Throw it on the
Well, I
floor.
hate
It's so
when-
minimal.
I hate when I spend half an hour at something and I'm like, I'm not here for points, I'm not here for gear, I'm not here for whatever. What's my little consolation prize besides a
Not to get-
time spent with my friends? It's
So,
like 50
at the end,
You
at the end of the 14 key, I got 254 gold, 59 silver, and 2 copper.
Oh,
See,
that's like
what's
4
the 2
upgrades. Let's go.
copper? It's gotta be
Five
based on
upgrades.
something, right?
I don't know.
Splits it?
I just
Maybe,
looked
yeah.
at I looked at a recording just to see that.
Okay, so but that was on
So-
live, not on beta.
But
That was on
But-
live, yeah, but it
but-
can't be less.
no, okay.
That's significantly more than I thought it would be. Well, I feel like I'm getting 50 gold. What am I doing
I
wrong?
ask you,
Is
what
it
were you trying to
like
say?
I
Maybe
I
your
think it's
performance is
clear
bad.
for
Parse.
some reason they want something with just crests for upgrades, and I could see that being a reasonable thing. And this is definitely way better than Valorstones. You're gonna have 50 gold,
God.
way more than you're gonna have than some people would randomly have the 250 Valorstones, especially the beginning of the season. So I
Well,
think
even
this is
beyond
a
that-
change.
Like,
no,
okay,
no, I have no problem with them replacing Valorstones with gold. It just seems, I just feel like it's weird. Like, I don't know. I just think
it's
it's
not
great.
weird in Slice Bit.
I think
It's
it's
like
great.
saying it's weird to pay for repairs. What?
I also think it's
You're
weird to pay
upgrading
for
your gear.
repairs.
Why? Like you're going to a vendor in the city and going, "Hey, I need to make this stronger." They go, "Oh, okay, cool." And they're like, "I'll just take the crests as form of payment."
I'm sorry. I'm the fucking champion, okay? Like, I'm saving the
Are you
whole
the
world.
champion?
Give me the fucking upgrade.
The
Yeah, dude,
economy
all
would
my characters are
collapse
champion.
if the champion were to just live, eat, and sleep for free. Make
Well,
the
it
you know,
would because
make Anduin
everybody's
pay
a
for
champion in the
everything.
dog shit story. I bet Andrew doesn't pay
wow.
for shit.
no,
Like,
no,
Who?
like
he's the king.
lore wise or RP wise, it makes complete sense why there's gold. But this is the way I look at it, right? No matter what, obviously people will still complain for everything there ever is in this game. But like, I think that if it costs again 3,750 gold as it here to upgrade a myth piece, which by the way is the highest level, so it'll be cheaper for hero and all that stuff. That I can go farm world quests properly now to get the gold, or I can go and just mine to get my quote unquote Valorstone replacement. That is a huge W, right?
Well,
And
okay,
again,
so
it encourages me to go
but
back into the world and make my money.
the 3,750 is for all your myth items, though. It's not just
No,
one item. One item's only
yeah,
250.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, but like if you do 3,750 times fucking 12, that's like adds up. But it's
No.
it
That's all
just feels
those.
so
All of them.
small. Like why do they have to do? It's
Getting
like the entire economy
Yeah, I
is
don't
resting
care.
on us being 3,000 gold less
Okay,
rich. Like
okay.
it's such a I don't care.
It's
What?
cheap. It doesn't
It's
matter.
cheap. It's cheap. Why is there a whole Wowhead article about it?
Well,
Like
because
it's
the initial
because they're
and granted,
Well, it's a change.
it's because they're reacting to the the WoW Twitter reverse, which is like the central hub of WoW debauchery. And the initial reaction when this was announced was, I mean, that of furiousness, right? Now the good news is that a lot of people have come
Yeah.
back behind it and said like, "What are you guys talking about?
I'm
This is like,
happy.
this is like way better than Valorstones, obviously." But even if it
Yeah.
was like
I
I
hate
didn't want anything to
Valorstones.
replace Valorstones, it's so minimal. Why are we like? You can
Are,
go out and
are
do a
those
world
people
quest and get
bots?
600 gold in a
if
matter of like a minute.
Yeah, what the fuck?
if you've ever done like 3 Mythic Plus dungeons, got the crest you needed, and you're excited because you're like, I could finally finish upgrading this item. You upgrade it twice, you go to upgrade it that last time, and it's like you don't have enough Valorstones. That was like the worst feeling.
Because you never
Now we
looked
don't
at
have to
but-
deal with
Valorstones
that
Yeah,
ever
either.
it's
again.
terrible.
Like
Yeah,
you just,
exactly.
But IO,
You either never needed them or you did need them, and
And it was
both of
the
which
worst.
didn't feel that great.
Io, let
Yeah,
me paint a scenario for you. Same situation. You need that third upgrade. You go in and you have no money. Doesn't that feel worse?
that's a uniquely you problem.
That's even
Yeah,
worse.
like
Yep.
you spend all your money on transmog and
Not
then
anymore, she
wonder
doesn't.
why.
I've bricked a key before because I had to repair halfway through and I didn't have any money. So
Yeah.
so yeah, that is a
Oh
me
my
Or
problem.
I had to give you 10,000 gold for the mage tower.
Yeah, I was doing the mage tower and I literally bottomed out my money. I'd already only had like 30K on my character and I was like, dude, I was like within like 10 pulls of getting it, but I needed the stupid potions. So but I gave it back to you later that night, didn't I,
You did.
Lipkin?
You did.
I
I'm
told you
not
I
mad
just
about
needed
it.
I just needed my fix, dude.
I just like I think it's your ability to manage your gold is comical.
Inability.
So
Inability.
Yeah.
Comical.
Well, I don't enjoy making gold at all. Like, I have never enjoyed it. I like it at the beginning of the season where I can just fly around and pick flowers and sell it for $1 bajillion million. But I hate spending any time when it doesn't feel like my time's worth it. When it's like, I'll spend a whole hour making like 15,000 gold. No, absolutely not.
You
I will
want
not.
you want
Like-
a BOE to fund your entire
Well, that's what's gonna be in my head
season.
the entire hour I'm spending trying to make like 15,000 gold. And I don't know how to make gold, so people could probably make more than that. I'm just
Yes,
like,
you
dude, I
do.
can
Make
do
hot
BOE and
tubs.
have like
You're
a
done.
million gold.
You're done. Make a hot
Well,
tub
the
and
hot
you've got
tubs
all your
aren't
upgrades.
selling. They're not selling the way they used to, Frank. They're just not.
What's the website where you can see? Is it
Yes, they're
Undermines?
cold tubs.
I
Thank you.
also
thank you.
haven't made a hot tub in 100 years because I was so defeated by my
They're going
failure.
for 6,000
Dude,
gold
6,000
scrap.
gold. But how long does it take to make one? It took me a while to get all that lumber.
Well, good news. The quest where you can go to a player's house will give you lumber. I don't know how much though. Does it say?
So those hot tub prices are gonna plummet, Frank, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I need to sell.
True.
Oh
Everybody
my
out.
God,
Get out
oh
of
my
hot tubs
God.
now.
It's not
The
as
market's
it's not as
crashing.
like volatile though, just because it's a lot of that stuff that's always on the auction house, and since the gold is so high now, I feel like a lot of that stuff kind of maintains just
Well,
generic
no,
value.
And on top of that, there's a ton of people who haven't come back from midnight. I don't. We're discussing now the
Oh, that's true.
economics of a hot tub.
Hot tub speculation.
But like the people that when beta or when a live launches with midnight, right? All these people are going to flood back, and Scrap's going to be making at least 7 alts worth of upgrades in just like 2 hot tubs.
No.
Okay,
True
so
or
Frank, if we're to
false?
speculate the market, the decor market, what is going to be the big ticket seller right when
One
the
hot
hits?
tub will
Is it the hot
cost you
tubs? Let's go.
17 wolves from the Hearthsteel store.
Oh, no.
Yo, 17.
Yo, bartering.
We gotta do
Bro, I can make like a whole
wolf to hot tub conversion.
yeah, dude, I'm gonna make a whole like dog sled team. Like it's been crazy.
You're gonna be like Cuba
Okay,
Gooding
okay.
Jr.
Lithian,
and
what's
Snow
the
Dust.
current token value right now?
It's like
299.
300 something. Oh, not
We'll just
Yeah,
say
anymore.
300K
299.
for it's what? It's 220 bucks for
So
300K.
that would take 50 hot
Yeah.
tubs to get a token. Is that right? Am I doing my math right?
Dude, I would rather just spend 20 bucks.
Well, I was gonna say
Like-
20 bucks divided by 50. So each hot
Yeah.
tub scrap is 40 cents worth of money, right? You can
Right.
you can do 7 minutes of what did you say last time? It was like 2 minutes got you all the lumber you needed.
Yeah.
Scrap,
Just
get
I
over it.
I'm
do-
already
just
feeling
do-
like nah.
Just do
I'll
an
just pay
extra
the
tattoo and you're
$20.
fine.
Yeah, that's the thing is that like I make more money than that. So I'm just gonna buy a token.
Remember when we were
Yeah.
trying to we were like, "Oh, we'll just do gold mythic plus runs where we're like, "Oh, we can pay for all our Valorstones that way." And then we did
Yeah,
the math
dude,
and realized like, "Oh, we should just if I went and did
Yeah.
Uber Eats for an hour, it'd be cheaper than or like more fruitful than
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
would be."
Frank, I think we're lazy and we don't want to work in WoW. We just want to throw money at our problems.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
that's-
we all have adult money. It's fine. We can do whatever we want.
As is my Blizzard given right to buy gold. They
yeah.
want me to.
all the more
So,
reason though,
no.
where we talk about like all these things in general, how like the economy is being run by this idea that you can like pay to win, even though it's not to win, but like you can pay for a ton of things in WoW. But the truth is, like, we keep talking about how the aging of WoW is going up. Like, all these people are full grown ass adults who are paying for it. Like, why do we care? You know, there's no 16-year-old
Yeah,
who's like getting
It's
baited by the WoW shop.
Dude, the
Yeah.
$1 price point for the little plushies is like genius because $1 is like that's literally $0 to me. Like I will buy it
What?
like $1
Wait, no,
is nothing.
there was some game developer that talked about why they priced their game at like
It was
$8.
peak. It
Yeah,
was
peak,
it was
yeah.
peak. They said $8 is basically $5, but like $9 is basically $10.
Yeah.
So it's like really we're selling the game for $5, we're selling for $8. It's a great like
And
little
everyone was
thing
just
they
like,
said. It was funny.
whoa.
I mean, I bought peak,
He's-
so
He's kind of right though.
Yeah, no.
no, they were so right. It was very cutely written too. It was like
Yeah.
very cleverly done.
Because someone just
That's
tweeted
how-
at him like, "Why'd you price it at $8?" And like, well, we did $5. That's too little. $6 is still too little. And then
Yeah.
like $8. Well, we can't do 8. We got to do $7.49. Well, why do $7.49? Let's do $7.99 because it's still it. And yeah, that's what they
Yeah.
came to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they figured it out with the plushies. $1 is perfect.
So if you want to
I
buy
will
Peak,
buy some bullshit out of
if
the
you
shop.
want to, if you want to buy Peak, you just need to make 16 hot tubs in WoW, and you can afford it. All right, let's keep
Highly
moving.
recommend Peak. That's yeah. Let's keep moving.
So there
Thank
are
goodness.
there are some other things going on in the Blizzard verse, right? Actually, I'll call out one thing that was interesting. So at BlizzCon, if this loads, at BlizzCon, we've been rumored to be getting a new Starcraft game. However, there was news that this Korean publisher Nexon, which I think has made Arc Raiders as well as another game, I can't remember what other game they made. Oh, I guess they made this other RPG. I thought there was something else. Anyways, that they've been named as the developers, the company who's going to take over the Starcraft IP for their next game, which is supposed to be a first-person shooter, I guess. So I was just surprised to see this. I want to just call it out because I thought we were supposed to be getting a new game announcement at BlizzCon, but there's no way that if this company just won the bid that they'd have a StarCraft game ready in time to announce. So does that mean we're getting 2 StarCraft games? Who knows? Also at the same
You think announce means released or announced means
I think
Ready?
announce means
just,
no, announce means cinematic. That's what I think.
oh, they can have that done. It's fine. They
Well,
can have
maybe
that
they have a
whipped up.
maybe they have a cinematic made already, and they don't know what kind of game it's gonna be yet. They're just like this.
What? How
It's
do you-
gonna. They
How do
made
you
it
make a
cinematic. They're like
cinematic
it's
without a
no,
game?
because it's just a cinematic. It's just supposed to give you the vibe, and then they're like, okay, well, Arc Raider's really popular. We better make one of those. Like that's just what I think.
Get-
That's just what I think. Hey guys, we
Wow.
made the cinematic a year ago, but like 8 months ago, we just hired the company to make it. They are hard at work trying to make our cinematic
most
into a
people-
game.
But like, I wouldn't know that they just bought this thing unless somebody like you told me.
No, of
So
course,
I
like
think
no.
probably most
I'm
people
not saying
don't.
the average, but people who go to BlizzCon would know it.
I'm
So-
going to BlizzCon. I
No,
didn't know
not sorry. Crap. I'm using generalizations. Not every literal person knows.
Okay.
So a publisher is that still kind of like a designer? Because maybe it's just instead of Activision Blizzard, now it's like this place Blizzard or something. Like a
Well,
publisher is different from the actual development, isn't it?
it's interesting because I don't think Blizzard's ever hired a. Hold on. Okay.
Let's look into it.
What is going on here? Because Blizzard's never had to hire another company. Well, I guess they have Blizzard North, which is technically not like in-house. It's I think they're Canadian
Well,
division or something.
they can go out. They can go out and buy a whole ass company to
But they
do all the
didn't
housing
buy it.
stuff.
They didn't. Yeah. Well,
In
that's
this case,
they
in
fold
this
that in.
case, they're just saying, hey, you
So
get to secure the development rights to the Starcraft IP. Go
Yeah.
create something amazing.
Yeah. But they've
what
never
I
done
could
that before, though, have they?
what I could kind of see
Oh,
is WoW itself is profitable in a unique way, and something like Diablo is profitable in a unique way, whereas they're not necessarily making as much money on StarCraft. Maybe they don't have the resources to have a team to develop a whole game. So maybe they're like, hey, let's get someone to kind of help on this so we can get a game out and
well,
do stuff for the franchise, but not
Okay.
they could
necessarily.
say they can sell the IP and make a ton of money off just the IP alone
Sure.
because of how
Mhm.
popular it is. I
True.
mean,
But
the people
yeah.
still play StarCraft today.
I was gonna say, isn't it really popular in Korea,
It
StarCraft?
is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like maybe
Hayward
they're
and
like,
Shawnee play StarCraft.
but maybe they're
StarCraft
just
1
like,
is more
hey, like
popular in Korea than StarCraft 2 is, though.
yeah, but maybe they're just saying it's like, hey, we have this huge market of people who are still playing StarCraft. They love StarCraft. Let's hire a game company who knows their audience. He knows the Korean like gamer base to make a
That
game
could be it.
specifically for them that can be marketed to a Western market as well.
Sure.
hmm
But you would
Is
think
that
that what the Koreans would
likely?
want is a StarCraft 3, most likely, right? And I don't think
Yeah,
Maybe,
Blizzard would
maybe we don't
relinquish
know.
control to StarCraft 3 outside of the company. So
Maybe
this
it's
just means
StarCraft Classic.
no, they don't even need that because StarCraft Classic is like what they already have it. Brood War is regarded as one of the most well-balanced games like ever, right? And so
StarCraft Classic Plus.
a new race is added. We'll get
Yeah,
actually scrap. It's funny
yeah.
you say that because we'll get to that something like that in a second. But
Okay.
yeah, like I think this is going to be because I highlighted it here. This is not they said it right here. This is not related to the first person shooter they're currently developing at Blizzard.
Oh, okay.
I don't actually. I said first person. I thought they were the ones developing the first person. It looks like they might be doing some. Like they might be doing a card game for StarCraft. Who knows, right?
Wait,
Oh,
is
yeah, it
Um,
might be
this
something different.
key that they're developing a first person shooter? We knew it was a first person shooter
Yeah.
we
already.
knew that
talked
they were
about this
developing
before.
something, right?
Yeah, but now,
Yeah.
but that's new
But
that it's a first person shooter now.
well, now it's new that I think that Blizzard also confirmed it, right?
Yeah,
Um,
but a first person shooter could be a lot of things, though.
well,
I mean,
hold
it
on.
could
I don't
be
know
like
if
an
it's
extraction
Jason
shooter, it could be a
Schreer's.
single player game. It could be like a skirmish game, but I mean, it's still it locks out that it won't be a StarCraft 3 though. It's not going to be like a RTS.
When are
I
they
don't
gonna
think
make another Perfect Dark?
well, Perfect
Mm,
Dark, the
It's
remake got canceled.
Perfect Dark.
So,
Damn.
Yeah.
actually,
I don't even know what
can
that
we
is.
talk about this for a second? I don't know if you guys care about this, but I'll talk about it. So, uh, if any
Okay.
of you watched the Game Awards, right? Jeff Keighley, who's the
No.
guy who runs it all, he made this huge like big deal about a game coming out. Just it came out 2-3 weeks ago called Hard Guard. Have you guys heard about it?
High
Oh,
Guard, yeah,
Highguard?
I
Yeah.
heard about the
Highguard?
drama with High Guard.
Yeah. Well, there's. I mean, we can even talk about Ashes of what is it? Ashes of Creation, Pillars of Creation. I don't know.
Yeah, Ashes of
Yeah.
Creation was the MMO that shut down
Yeah.
recently.
So there was. Okay. So High Guard came at the Game Awards had this trailer, but nothing else was said about it, and then it like shadow dropped kinda to launch.
What
People
kind of game
review.
is it? Because I
It's
don't
like
even know.
it's a 3v3 base. Like you try to capture someone's base, right? Um,
Okay.
the long and short of it is that like they did a big quote unquote shadow drop because it wasn't really a shadow drop since we knew it was kind of coming. And people were really upset about it. Reasons I don't understand. Like they review bombed the shit out of it on Steam. I played it for a couple hours. I
Was
thought
it
it was
actually bad or was
no
it
no. I thought it was fine. It
did it
wasn't
earn the
great.
reviews?
No, definitely didn't earn
Mm,
like negative reviews, I think. You could argue maybe it wasn't like good enough
okay.
to overtake the popularity of Ark or you know, not, I don't want to compare it to Call of Duty or something, but like it like didn't earn the space to maybe be a top tier, you know, mega hit, but it was made by developers who were like really passionate about the craft. And they just this week announced that they're like laying off, I'm gonna say 90% of their staff, despite the fact that they have a year roadmap of all this content that's supposed to be coming out for the game in the next year. And I just thought it was so strange that like, again, we have these people who are trying to make really good games who end up falling apart within 2 weeks of launch, you know, spent years and millions of dollars. And then to the other side of it, we have Ashes of Creation, which was this MMO supposed to be a WoW killer. Asmongold was really big on it, apparently. And it turns
He's right
out,
about everything. So
well, it turns out they shuttered. They sent out, what are they called, warns to all the staff, essentially saying like, "Hey, you're being fired immediately," and shuttered the whole studio because apparently the guy who was running it, with a background of multi-level marketing or, you know, whatever the MLM bullshit, he was like ripping off the studio and like using all the money that they were getting from GoFundMe's and investors to pay for these $1 million homes and stuff. Didn't never put his own money into it. And then
wait, what?
the board tried to throw him out, and not throw him out. They actually said, "We'll let you stay on as like creative director, but you're not going to be the CEO anymore." And he like, again, I apologize if I'm like butchering the story, but he effectively did like a hostile, not takeover, but hostile shutdown by claiming that the
Yeah.
board was trying to close the company, and so he closed it himself. And the reason he did that was because if he went by certain merits, the game would be considered release, and therefore they wouldn't be able to refund or wouldn't have to refund their GoFundMe customers. And so like
Interesting.
Yeah.
people
So
lost
they
their mind over
released
that.
it?
Yeah. Well, they did release
Like
it. It was an
2
early
weeks
access.
before it shut down.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
an
Well,
early
I
access.
don't know
shut
about.
down.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Mhm.
It was an
point is
early
this.
I
access
don't know
for like
about
50
that
bucks.
one. Oh, okay.
Point is this though. I say all that just because I see something like this, right? And my initial thought was, these are the Arc Raider guys. Maybe they're going to make an extraction shooter for StarCraft. We talked about that a little while back when we talked about what StarCraft could bring at the BlizzCon announcement. And my initial thought was like, what if they're going to be making a game that's too late to the market? In the past, this stuff worked out fine because like, you know, they made an MMO when there wasn't MMO fatigue, and then they just like took everything and made it great. And so therefore it was like the best MMO, and that was the Blizzard way that they usually did things. But then they had things like Heroes of the Storm, which is a MOBA, and Dota and League have such a high like concentration of the player base playing their MOBA that Heroes of the Storm flopped, and not flopped, but it failed, and they had to shut it down to a degree.
But I feel like if they can innovate on it, like if we look at Overwatch, which is basically like a Team Fortress 2 style game, and that game is like, you know, like nobody had made one of those in a while. They innovated on it. They made something really cool. Whereas I feel like Heroes of the Storm, I can't speak much to it because like I didn't play it personally and I wasn't big into League, but it wasn't like innovative besides it was like Blizzard characters, right? I know my husband loved it. He was like a cleaner version of it, but there was nothing kind of
Yeah.
flashy and like about it to pitch.
As someone who played a lot of League, Heroes of the Storm just lacked a lot of complexity you'd expect
Yeah.
from the genre, and I feel like there wasn't a whole lot of good indication of what you had to do in each mode to effectively feel like you were playing well, essentially.
Yeah, it was,
I know obviously people, if they played it enough, could probably figure that out, but you know, if you're trying to attract people from different games, you know, if it doesn't translate right away, they're going to just go back to playing the one they're used to.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't think what I'm saying is that comparison is that it wasn't because they were late to the game there. It's that they
Mhm.
didn't deliver on
Right.
something kind of new
Well-
that would actually pull people away from
Yeah.
it. Whereas, like you
You're
know,
right.
on with Overwatch, they did kind of create kind of something new and better than like Team Fortress.
But
2. I was
Overwatch,
Yeah.
Overwatch
still
is what,
play
like a 10-plus-year-old game by now, right? It
Yeah.
I'm
comes
talking
from a
about when
different
Overwatch
era.
came out.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
from a different era.
Like-
What I'm saying though is like, so Highguard, the reason why I brought up Highguard is because Highguard was an innovation on this idea of like hero first person shooters. And again, Overwatch being in that category as well. And it was like, it was a new, it wasn't a, you know, last man standing or whatever. It was just like, hey, there's this really cool idea of like, you have to get this sword and then open the, you know, crack open the base and then try to plant bombs, which is in and of itself not necessarily that innovative, but it was still like different from everything else. And of course there were some criticisms. I played it and like there's a really long, kind of like, you know, gear up phase of it too, where you're just like running around the open world and you know the bases were really far apart. Maybe that's why it didn't work. But what I'm just saying is they tried to do something innovative. And I think these were people from the Apex Legends team. Like they left the
Mhm.
whatever company that made Apex and started their own company to do something that they thought was a really good game. But they were arguably late to market because they couldn't crack into the scene where everyone else was playing. And so I'm just like now worried that Blizzard's going to be facing that problem, even if Blizzard is the mighty giant that it is. Making an extraction shooter for StarCraft, as an example, may not necessarily be
Mhm.
enough to keep it alive. And are we seeing
If
like,
they Yeah.
go on.
I think if they
Oh,
do it well and they do it, make it new and give some reason for people to play it over like contemporary extraction shooters, like arc raiders and stuff, which is really popular right now. And like because let's be honest, the StarCraft IP alone isn't going to
Yeah,
pull people off of that because the people who are playing arc raiders are like Haywar's kids. Haywar's 13-year-old son doesn't fucking know what StarCraft is. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just like that they don't have StarCraft doesn't have the the power, like the household name power to like draw people on IP alone. So it has to be like a good game if it's gonna pull. I feel like being late to market is fine. Like there's game types that
but
persist for decades and decades and
Arc
decades.
Raiders
Like
doesn't have an IP to it. Like it's not like the
no,
IP
that's what I'm
is.
saying
No,
is, but it's a good game. That's what. But I'm just saying, if they're trying to say like we're gonna make Arc Raiders but with StarCraft people, like people are gonna love that.
No,
It's
they
like,
can't do that.
dude,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, they can't do that. It's like
um,
StarCraft doesn't have the draw power. I think that was part of the problem with Heroes of the Storm. Is like, yeah, it got the kind of Blizzard nerds into it, but like people don't like like people aren't as in tune with like who Alex Straza is and shit like that, who are like, oh hype, but like that's like my favorite guy. Like if they're big Blizzard people, they are, but there's no reason for somebody who plays League of Legends only to say like, oh, I'm gonna play like Heroes of the Storm. It's the same but worse, and also with characters that I don't know or pitched to me at all. You know what I mean? Like
I mean,
this
that's why it flopped.
I think StarCraft has notoriety
Yeah,
still, like
Because you're
especially
old.
in. Well, no, I do think there's specific age groups, but I also think there's specific regions of the world outside of the
Yeah.
United States that think
yeah.
that StarCraft is very popular and still enjoy it. And I think that is what's going to carry the IP, but the game also has to be good. If the game is
Sure.
bad, then they're not going to
Yeah.
care.
Well, look at
Well,
Divinity,
that's what
right?
it's probably. Well, I was just saying, just really quick, it's probably really smart of them to hire a Korean game company because like these like Asian markets are like huge. Like China is like this super
Well,
massive like
Korea's
population of
Korea's
video
the,
game
the
playing
boiling pot
people.
for StarCraft anyway. So they would,
I
as you
One more
said, they
time,
would.
I
Korea is the boiling pot for StarCraft's IP. Like that's
right?
where. Sorry, I
But
asked you.
if
You want
maybe
to say
they're like
something?
we can kind of pitch it to other, like China who like they're already playing tons of WoW and shit. So like maybe we can get them in on this, and
we're
then
gonna
we'll
reach
like
out to
the
reading
China.
Western, well the Western market being a secondary draw instead of a primary draw. Maybe they're
well
trying that.
reading this article, I'm starting to think that this particular thing that they have gotten the ability to publish is going to be a separate kind of game from the one they're working on,
Yeah.
because it's possible they could just be making maybe a gotcha game or something with the StarCraft IP, or just a different type of game.
Well,
Because it does say they're interested in launching retail as Western Sun's ability. So it's not necessarily maybe the next like mainline StarCraft game, but it could just be a game with the StarCraft
yeah,
IP.
yeah. I think there's no way they're
Be
handing
interesting.
over the main StarCrafts, right? Like
No,
they
yeah,
again,
very
they've
true.
got their game they're building right now, which is not StarCraft 3. And there's no way Blizzard would hand StarCraft 3 over, even to the Korean company that may know it better than anyone else, right? It's their baby, they're gonna take care of it. But an
So yeah,
extraction shooter StarCraft might be like, okay, like let's do a little one-off and see how that works. I'm just surprised to see them hand off the IP, not hand off, they obviously paid and bid for it, but like
Well, they're not giving away the IP. They
no,
still
no, no.
retain rights to the
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
IP.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
just allowing the development against it.
Yeah, but
yeah,
I
I think
can't think
it
of an
seems like
example
a
where
smart way
Blizzard
to
has done this
diversify.
before.
I don't know.
But it's
Well,
better than
maybe there
yeah.
hasn't been.
No, to your point,
I was
Scrap
gonna say
though.
there hasn't been such large markets like
Well,
for
it's also
them
better than
to
them hiring a whole bunch
market
of
to.
people and then having the game flop and then having to fire all those people, right? So like that's always a bad look for any developer. So maybe they're like, this is the better way to do it.
Is it
Maybe.
public to see like how much money they're sinking into this project? Because that could probably tell us if they're making like a huge game or like a gotcha game.
I think
Like, is it?
the developers who made Arc Raiders are not going to go down in scale for the next game, right? Like they're on cloud 9 right now, so they're going to probably
But look at all
pour.
these other games. at the top, like, see these pictures where there's like a Tiger Man or something? I mean, what is that, a phone game? Like, we don't know.
No,
Like,
but this is
they
like
could be they make a
they
lot of
came
stuff.
up, and then they're like, this is their latest, and they've knocked it out of the park kind of thing. Now, I've heard that Arc Raiders used a lot of AI to write its code. Is IO, do you know if that's
But it
true or not?
seems like everybody's
Uh,
doing that now.
I just know they used voices for it. That's all I've
Okay,
heard of,
maybe it's
but
just
I don't
voices.
know.
No, scrap. It's one thing to use AI to like kind of help you put up the cement of the building, and then you like come back and actually, put in everything you need to build the infrastructure. It's another thing to actually write the game with AI, So that's what I heard.
I guess so, but I feel like at the end of the day, if the game is fun, people are
Yes,
gonna play
yes.
it,
Which Arc Raiders
and they
arguably is
don't
where
care.
people don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't care, like, how it's made. Like, I mean, most people who play games are so out of touch with the process of games. I mean, I'm myself included. I don't understand what goes into development, and what level of AI use I feel like is ethically acceptable. Like, that's like up for debate across the board, right?
Yeah.
Like, if the game is fun, like people are gonna play it no matter how unethically it was created.
Yeah.
Like, we there's
Like,
tons of games where it's they've, like, worked people to the bone, like, 20 hours a day and shit, and then fired all of them, and it's like, yeah, that was really fucked up what that company did, but it's, like, a AAA game that everybody loves. Like, people don't give a
Yeah, yeah.
shit if the game.
I guess Diablo Immortal was co-developed with a company called NetEase. So
Yeah, so
it's kind of the
NetEase is their
same-ish.
Asian partner anyways, so like they've done a lot of things with NetEase, but yeah. Okay, so they've done
Mhm.
some of it. Speaking
So
of which,
NetEase
yeah.
runs Chinese Blizzard 2, or
Yeah.
the Chinese World of Warcraft. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. And that
Cube.
NetEase is the reason why they didn't have WoW in China for a while, because they had that fallout, but then they came back. Okay.
I remember
So,
that.
Scrap, you said
Yes.
StarCraft 1 Classic Plus, right? Well, there was
Yeah,
a
I don't know what I meant by that, let's be honest.
there was a direct or whatever for Diablo, right? And everyone was expecting the second class to be announced. I think they even like told people that that's what they can expect. But there was a big surprise with that, which was not only is there a new class coming for Diablo 4, but they also have a Diablo 2 DLC. So Diablo 2 is a game that came out, Christ, 20, 30 years ago?
20 years
99
ago?
or something.
What- yeah.
2000.
It was before 2000 because I played it like when I was in middle school. So it was like 90, let's call it 96, right? So it came out in 96, and they had a remaster, or they called it Diablo 2 Resurrected, that came out for it recently, which allowed people to play, on modern computers. But randomly, they've now got a DLC for it, which has the new Warlock class. I think it's also going to have another zone, maybe. Someone read that real quick while I'm talking.
Dude, this concept of adding a DLC to a 20-year-old game. If they fucking added DLC to like Zoo Tycoon 1 right now, I mean, that would be the dream of my life. If they added a DLC to Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, like the dream of my life. So I'm happy for these people. You're getting a fucking DLC to this ancient
it's a
fucking game.
$40 DLC, I think. Right? That's what I
I'd
saw.
pay $40 for a Zoo Tycoon 1 DLC. I swear to God, I would. Like, I'm not kidding. Like,
That's the standard, everyone. Zoo Tycoon.
dude,
Anyways,
it's my dream.
what I wanted to talk about from the WoW perspective is that they're doing another
Sure.
thing where you can get a WoW decor item, right? And I just thought,
Ooh.
I kind of realized like, oh shit, I really want that to put on my bookshelf, right? It's a Herodric cube that's like way back in my
You would pay
nostalgia
$40
machine.
for a cube no
Scrap,
one will see on your
Scrap,
bookshelf.
I genuinely for a second thought, yes, I will.
Well,
And I
You could
thought
buy 40 wolves for that.
I thought the ingenious, or not ingenious, maybe people hate this side of it, right? Because it's like the money-making side of Blizzard, but the ingeniousness of this whole decor ecosystem is that they can release a $40 DLC that I will almost certainly not play, and I'd still maybe buy it just to put
Dude.
a fucking decor in my
but
house.
they've
You need
been
to put-
doing this.
yeah.
They've been doing this with transmog forever.
But
Yeah,
Frank,
but it's
but-
not
but-
decor.
But the
It's
funny
not
thing is that the man telling you he would spend
The same
$40 on
thing.
this. Listen to me. The man telling you right now he would spend $40 on this. I know exactly what he's gonna do with it. He's gonna make it unbelievably tiny and put it on a
Nope,
shelf where no
not
one will see
unbelievably
it.
tiny, but I would make it
man.
small.
Did you say
Tiny
the
enough-
man?
Tiny enough to fit on a
She's
shelf.
trying to tear
Like,
me
I'm
down as a
picturing-
human. She
No,
makes me
I'm trying. No, I'm describing because the people don't know what your
the
house
man
looks
who
like.
gets a ride
I
to the
know.
airport. We know.
Right, exactly. The
man.
kind of guy. If you buy this
The
$40
kind of
cube,
guy.
Frank, if you buy this $40 cube, I support you. I support your money. Like, but you need to please put it in a place of prominence in your house so that you can be like, when you're showing people around, you're like, this is my
No,
aquarium.
scrap.
This is my $40 cube. Like, this is my
Frank is the
bookshelf.
kind of
Like,
guy. He's the
Yep.
kind of guy who would put a little tiny cube on his desk. It's fine.
It's
For
the
$40.
Haradra cube, right? So
For
when I
$40.
walk
I don't know what
my
this is, just
daughter,
wait
when she
until you
finally
get it.
starts playing WoW with me, right? And I go, here's my house. Look, this is the Haradra cube. What's the Haradra cube, Daddy? Oh my God, let me
Yep.
tell you the lore of Deckard Cain.
Your daughter's, and well, then she's gonna ask how many Robux did you spend on
she's
that?
gonna be
And
like, where's
"Dude, I
Alex
could have
Straza? Let's go
40
there.
Robux. Yeah, right. But I'm just saying you could have 40 wolves for that. Like
Do you?
40
Okay,
of them.
but like, and there's
you-
obviously other things that you could get like for Diablo 4 with it. But like, do you guys think this is
Right.
the next step, the evolution of how they hook people like me or any
This-
other and say, oh shit, I gotta buy this because like
Maybe
it's for
Frank,
example,
so
is
I'm trying
Scarwin
to-
gonna buy this, right?
I'm gonna put myself in your shoes for a second and try to say if they for $40 said you could have a poster of Zoo Tycoon 1 in your house for $40.
Oh my god.
I would
Well,
I would probably buy that.
Hold on, okay.
Because that's
Great
what
question.
I want. You know?
What if they have
Yeah.
a point where they do cross promotion, not necessarily even with Blizzard games, right? Like, what if Mountain Dew has like a Mountain Dew poster where they have Xal'atath like chugging a Mountain Dew, right?
I would. Oh my! I mean, I just to tell you something. I mean, I bought like hundreds of dollars of the Final Fantasy cards. You know what I mean? Like if it's the right thing, which I'm trying to put myself in your shoes, and I recognize this is that for you. Like I will fucking open my wallet for some stupid bullshit. I think this is a
How
little
much
bit
would you open your
predatory
wallet
because
for?
you are gonna buy this.
For a Mountain Dew Xal'atath
Depends on what it is.
poster.
Remember
Are her
remember
feet
the
on it?
motorcycle
Yeah,
the
yeah.
motorcycle Mountain Dew did?
Yeah, I never got
Like,
that.
Yeah, they made so much money off of that.
Mountain Dew made money.
and
Well, I'm sure Blizzard got
probably.
paid in the back end, but Mountain Dew is the one who
Well,
like did
I
there's a
that.
think that's pretty
kickback.
sick. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
Well,
great.
there was a
I mean,
Mountain
they
Dew
do stuff
promotion
like that all
for-
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what if there was
They,
a
It's
they
Mountain?
not
did
Like,
the
do you
same
think?
Mountain Dew
practice.
promotion. Yeah.
Do you see
Dude,
any
the same
problem with the
Mountain
Mountain
Dew
Dew
promotion was, like,
logo
buy
being in
10
World of
things.
Warcraft?
No way, dude. I love that. That's hilarious. That's so
It's product
funny.
placement.
Like,
Product placement. It's fine.
dude,
Mountain Dew
I
gets
think that's
kickback.
so
Everybody
funny.
wins.
Yeah, everybody
Oh
wins.
Lord. I'm
I,
telling you, this is the next evolution.
Oh, go on, Io. He's been trying to cut in.
I can have not been able to get too much into Diablo 4, but I will say when I saw they announced this for Diablo 2, I was ready to get the Diablo 2 remastered and jump in because I'm like, oh, this is an event. This is gonna be so
Yeah.
cool. I want to try Diablo 2 remastered now because there's a new class in it, and that's a cool thing. I might not have played the new class, but I'm gonna end up not doing it because there's just too much going on right now in terms of TBC and the new expansion coming out. But this is really exciting, and I didn't even know there was Décor with it. But I mean, just the fact they put a new class in Diablo 2 Remastered was enough
Yeah,
to
that's
even get me interested in trying it
Yeah,
and possibly trying it.
That
That's an
element
insane
of it
W.
is cool.
yeah.
Yeah, that's super cool. I think tying a cube to it that apparently has insane nostalgia draw to people that they might spend $40 and not play the DLC seems a little bit preying on your nostalgia. But
What
I-
if
it's, you know,
what if
I
they
don't
put
know.
the cube on their desk in a really small
Well,
No, so here's the thing. They said they're going to add interactable parts to it. Like, what if this cube, I can put a book in it and some stuff, and it'll turn into a cow
Ooh.
portal, right? Like,
that'd
that's
be
what I
cool.
want.
So
That
here's
goes
the
nowhere.
thing. Are
Sure, I
are
don't
you
care.
paying for the decor, or are you paying to play Warlock?
truth
in,
is,
Diablo
He
2?
said-
If I'm being honest with
Decor.
myself, I'm paying for the decor. If I'm being honest
Yeah.
with myself. Now, I haven't paid it yet.
$40.
I haven't paid it yet,
Yeah.
but I definitely thought
I
about it
can't wait to
and thought hard.
see. The second I walk in your house and be like, so show me the $40 cube. I have to see, like, you know, like that's gonna be like the
You're
piece de
going to ask me to play
resistance of your
Minecraft,
house.
and I'm going to say, no, I have to play Diablo 2 Remaster because I have to justify it not buying just a
Yeah.
$40 cube.
Well, then you're gonna look at every time you see your $40 cube in your house, you're gonna be like, God damn, I can't believe I wasted $40
No,
on this
I won't.
cube.
I'll be so, I'll look over and go,
You won't?
there you are, bud. Good to see you.
Well, I might feel that way
I
about my
mean,
40 wolves.
Exactly.
Most of us unabashedly paid $80 for a dinosaur that had an auction house on it. So I
Yeah.
don't think the cube is
I-
much worse than that.
I would never.
I was not one of those people, so I can sit on my
I
high
did.
horse. You guys sit on
I
your
did.
high dinosaurs.
Yeah, you
so I'll
can
be
sit
looking
on
up
high
at you.
dinosaurs while you need us to go to the
And
the auction house.
meanwhile, she keeps asking us
Yeah.
for, no, she'll sit there and be like, who's got the mount? I need that mount. Give me
Yeah,
that mount."
exactly. Like Who wins? I
No,
still
in
win.
fairness,
need a
I
band
believe that if you
together.
have a group of friends and one of you has it, you all have it, right? Like it's fine. You don't need to all
In
buy
a group
it.
of pugs,
Yeah.
somebody has
Usually,
it like
yeah,
every
usually.
time. So like whatever.
We gotta band together. We gotta stop letting poor people mooch off us whales.
You gotta charge them.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm
charge
gonna
them.
charge Scrap $1 until I get $40 to pay for my Herodric cube, and then she doesn't have to pay anymore.
There
It's a
you
gold
go.
sink. It's a gold sink, you know.
You got sing great.
All right, let's move on to. It's not necessarily drama because it's been ongoing, but it's getting out of hand. I'll say the search for the next weak auras is continuing. In fact, Weak Auras put out a tweet. I don't know if you guys. Okay, so this is just what they said. What is this today? There's still a bunch of exploits in the WoW UI. We'll talk about that in a second. And this will be a cat and mouse game for a while. Some things Blizzard will fix, some they won't because they might have provide similar functionality later on. Annoying for users, fun for devs, confusing for everyone. So Weak Auras is still staying out of it. There have been Weak Aura-esque type add-ons coming in. Here's one that I saw that I was interested in for the melee. We'll talk about. But they're trying to include like a lot of little things in one space. Now, this is not combat based for the most part. I mean, there are some combat things that will help out. One of the things it looks like is melee range indicator, where it'll tell you if you're in or out of range based on where you should be standing.
Wait, you don't need that. You just listen to your character say, "I can't attack. Like I can't hit that. I'm not in range." Like,
you
guys
hear
don't
your
listen to
Worgen
that?
saying that when you're like hearing
Yeah,
explosions
all-
everywhere.
Yeah, yes, I do. It's I have it set the highest sound, so she's always telling me what's up.
Well, this is
She's always
also
telling
no,
me.
but like this right here is also really helpful because like you can outrange 40-yard spells as an example, or 30-yard spells if you have a 40-yard cast, as some casters
Did
do.
you ever have this weak aura? Like,
No.
did any of you guys use some of
I
this before?
I knew I'd be out of range because I would just kind of like look at my spells, and when it turned red, I knew I'm too far, and I just take one step forward. But
Yeah.
that was not efficient, right? If I'm a real sweaty tryhard, that might not necessarily be good. And Scrap, they might add things like, for example, your cursor to be highlighted and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the only add-on I intend to run at midnight is Circle Cursor because that's an accessibility feature that they need to put in the game. So
Yeah,
I'll be running it.
this is not necessarily what I really want to talk about. I just wanted to call out that there are things like it coming along.
I think that makes sense to me that why that's useful, but I've never heard of anybody using that before. So I'm like, was this a problem that people needed?
Musham, our Haywire resident friend and e-teamer, he has complained a lot about the range issues with enhancement, which I've complained about in the past. Now,
but he's not used to when you play melee, you
Yeah.
stand in its asshole. Like
that's
you don't stand at max range. What the fuck? Like,
well, the reason I bring this up is because there have been some major developments on things that people really do care about over the past week. One of those was the player health, the buff tracking on raid frames. Now, I'm not an expert on this, but Dratnos tried to explain what's going on here. And apparently they're using like some maths and comparisons of each, like for example, the tank and having something as the example he used, Earth Shield, to be able to tell, to be able to tell that you have another buff on you. And if they see that other buff, and like, for example, your first buff has been on you for 20 minutes, it can then tell that that's Riptide, and it will track it for you, right? So they're finding loopholes in the system to be able to tell you this is the buff that you want to track because Blizzard hasn't added the black or white list yet.
Insane the logic that people are developing to find out how to get the stuff on the add-ons. It is impressive. The way people are finding
right?
Ways to get around the system. And if only there was a way to just do it simpler.
Well, and so
for people, but
this goes back to the weak or quote where maybe Blizzard's not going to fix this because they understand people want it, but they're not ready to do their thing to solve it. But apparently, like tracking atonement is like a mathematical, like they could publish papers on this stuff. But Riptide is like the easy example of it. So they're trying to find ways around this. Now, this is not one I don't think is a huge deal. Like this is just trying to fix the quality of life issues for healers. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit there and bitch and moan that someone's figured out a way to get around this. However, there are do I not have a picture of it? Okay, I'll just have to talk about it. There are now rumors that there's a kick tracker that's coming out. That will what it does is it will because the nameplates will be like it'll tell you interrupted and by who. what this kick tracker does is it'll see who was the one that interrupted it and put their kick on a cooldown tracker for you so that you know they can't kick for the next, whatever, 15 seconds. It's obviously not
But what if
perfect.
I miss a
Yeah,
kick?
yeah,
Yeah, like what
it
if
won't
I
know
miss
that.
the
It won't
kick
know
and
that,
my
yeah.
kick's on cooldown?
It won't know that.
Well, you're gonna
But
yell at me for no reason. Then that's toxic.
well, I'm not gonna use it anyways. But the point is that
Oh, okay.
it's giving you more information than you had without it, right? And so people are again trying to find loopholes. God knows by the time midnight comes out or the raid comes out, that they'll like have figured out a way to make it 99% flawless. But it's one of those things where again they're finding a loophole in the system that Blizzard gave us something outside the black box, and they're using that against Blizzard. Of
Okay.
course, as Weekor said, this is a cat and mouse game, and it's just like it's always going to be whack-a-moling and trying to stop people from doing things they're not supposed to. But it doesn't also seem like as Blizzard's gotten more lenient over the past month or whatever, maybe they don't fix this stuff. And I mean, this is what I saw from Bigwigs today. Apparently, they have the ability to track private auras in Bigwigs now, and you can see, according to this, you can see other like your off tank as an example. You should be able to see that as well through Bigwigs, and that like to me this seems like a huge crossing of the line.
Does WoW know that they're doing this?
Why
I mean,
would they announce this, right? Like, it's
Yeah.
like,
What are they supposed to do? Pass out like secret newsletters in
no,
Discord? Like
you
we
just
have
put it
the
in there.
private
You just
aura-
put it in there, and you like, yeah, the players might rat you, but that's okay. At least you didn't rat yourself, right?
Yeah.
And maybe I don't understand what's going on here because I tried to look through the comment and like what actually is happening here, because why would Blizzard, or how did Bigwigs figure this out for the first part, but why would they be okay with Bigwigs doing this, and why would Bigwigs announce this not thinking this is going to get squashed immediately?
Well,
And
maybe Bigwigs was announcing it like to be like, hey, like use this while you can, but like this is a problem. You
use
guys
this while you
missed
can.
something.
No one's playing the game
Yeah.
right now
Hey,
because it's like
Well,
so
that's
easy.
true. That's true. That's true.
Wait until
But maybe-
midnight comes
I have
out
to-
before you say it.
Maybe Bigwigs wants WoW to stop them. Maybe they're
I
like,
have to think that
hey.
Bigwigs has been in feel like they've
Yes,
been
they
in
have to.
communication
They
with
have
Blizzard.
to.
So I don't think they would have released this if they didn't think that there was a potential consequence. That being said, Blizzard has come out and said we're not doing anything API wise until 0.5. So it's possible that these things that people have been maybe keeping on the DL, they're now like, oh, hey, we're just gonna let you all know, by the way, hey, we have all this stuff now
This
that
is
you
but
can do for at least like half a season or whatever.
this is an egregious offense of not only the current philosophy, but also the philosophy from Dragonflight. Like,
Yeah.
I can, if Blizzard, and I'm not saying I want them to do this, because obviously if you guys want your information in your add-ons, okay, all the power to you, whatever. But like, it's a huge like glove slap to the face of Blizzard and their suspected new philosophy, that if they not only let this through, but let the idea of private auras, which was apparently everything's now private aura. What? Like, can someone explain what's going on
I
here?
mean,
isn't like not
It's
all
better
private
than having
auras.
to hit a macro.
Yeah, but
True.
not all private auras like break the game, right? And some of them, not all private auras are the same. They might not have access to all of them, right? Or are they saying
Well,
like we can see it all?
I'm guessing that both tanks have to have bigwigs, and
Yes.
bigwigs is communicating with each other, like, because it's a private aura, right? Only you can see it. Bigwigs can see it if you have bigwigs. So I'm assuming there's some communication there or something.
No,
Or
that's not
I'm
true.
assuming Blizzard just allows this, and Bigwigs
No.
is capitalizing on it, and it's fine.
Bigwigs couldn't
I don't
see
know.
them. Bigwigs couldn't see them before because that's the idea. They were locked behind the black box, right? And that's why
Apparently they're
weak ores
not.
couldn't. Yeah, well, again, someone explained it how it works. I'd love to know, but weak ores couldn't see it in the time either because again, it was all locked behind this black box.
So
They
here's a
open it up,
question.
maybe. I don't know.
A private aura, would you be able to see it on yourself on like your debuff bar?
Yes, you would see it for yourself, but nothing
yeah.
could read it.
And just want to verify, is this just something you can see that you can communicate to your
No,
team, or
because
is this something that
You can
Okay,
see
other
private
people
auras
can
of
see
another
it?
player, e.g. a tank.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. It starts. I just feel like the closer we get to midnight, the more and more it's just becoming evident that Blizzard really should have figured more stuff out before pushing these changes through.
Well,
Because it just kind of
Yep.
feels like it feels like now it's kind of getting to the point where it's like, what do they even do to like private orders before you had to enter a macro to even get access to?
Yeah.
Now they're just in the base bigwigs. That's kind of
well, it wasn't even
But do
giving
you think-
access to
going
it.
backwards.
It was just like the macros were feeding another, like another computational something, let's call it a weak aura, to tell
Right.
everyone what to do with the information. And
Right.
obviously that might still exist going into midnight given the changes, but Blizzard wasn't Blizzard was still saying, well, that's fine. You guys do your degeneracy, whatever. We can't stop you from using a secondary app outside the game. However, now this is just like in the game and being tracked amongst multiple players. What?
So
Yeah.
hold on. What I'm trying to understand this, because to me it seems like there's two reasons this could be possible. And one is that there's some kind of oversight by Blizzard that's being exploited by bigwigs, where they don't want you to see this, but now they can, and
Yep.
now they're going to use it. And then two is that Blizzard's like, whatever, you can look at it. It's fine. It's out of the black box. That means you can use it however you want. So which one is it? Is it an oversight or is it intended?
By definition, the
I feel like it's
private
gotta be the
aura.
first one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
by definition, the private aura is in the black box. That is what makes it a private aura.
So this is an oversight then.
Yes. Then the
So
question.
that makes them look incompetent.
Well, no. I mean, again, scrap. Like people have been. There's no bounds of what the degeneracy of WoW players will be, right? Which is
Mhm.
going to Io's
Yeah.
point. They made the macros to get around private auras as opposed to just playing the private auras. Now, in the people who made
Mhm.
those macros defense, they made the mechanic way too hard to not use macros, right? They want to YOLO it, but they can't. Anyways.
Yeah.
So to your question, Scrap, the first is most likely is that this is an oversight. This is not intended.
Mhm.
Where I follow up the question is, well, then why is Bigwigs announcing this not only now, but in general, right? They're calling attention to it because I was right. They're in a Discord with the Blizzard developers where they all talk about the add-ons and how they're working with and without the API calls, right? So Bigwigs
Maybe
almost
there's
certainly.
drama.
Well, so
maybe they're fed up with them or something, and they're like, I know exactly how we're gonna stick it to them. We're gonna like show this exploit to the world and it make them look like idiots, because it does make them
I
look like idiots.
I don't think they're not exploiting, because if they were, they wouldn't be talking about it like
Yeah.
this. I think they're being creative around
Mhm.
how other modules work within so they're working within the constraints, right?
Yeah.
And they're looking at and I was trying to look at the changelog from Bigwigs and see, because they talk about how they're doing it, and it looks like they're using a different module to detect when a boss puts something onto a tank, and then they can display that, right? So they're
Mhm.
not working outside of the bounds of
The
the
rules.
constraints.
Yeah.
They're just being a little bit more creative around how they are dealing with the problem. And
And
I praise the creativeness of some of these developers.
Yeah, I mean, it goes back to what we were saying.
So
This is fun for them, right?
yeah,
Like,
and that's
yeah.
what I was gonna say too. Was I don't even know if it's necessarily an oversight. It might just be Bigwigs was just really smart and figured out a way to
Yeah.
find a way to compute
Yeah,
that.
they
Hey,
they
I
this is
agree.
where the private is. So,
I
yep.
agree that's most likely the case. What I'm saying though is like this will get squashed by Blizzard. Otherwise, private aura is a what's the term when it's like it means
It's a
nothing?
public aura.
No, yeah, right. It's like it's not.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of what it's claiming to
Well,
be.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
This is a
don't the
public
way
aura
they're
now.
doing it the way they're doing it, I don't know that they can easily stop it from happening. If I
Can
understand
Lithian
if I understand the way they're doing it there.
So you're saying Big Wig's
Lithian,
putting it up
can you
because they're so
use
confident Blizzard can't stop it.
No. I don't think they're confident. I think
never
they're just
stop
saying,
us?
hey, we were creative. We figured out how to do this. Use our add-on, you know?
Maybe they're seeing the exploit is the same, and they're worried that like some other,
That's not
what's
exploit.
the other one
There's
called?
no exploit.
DBM. Sorry, that this creative strategy or whatever,
Yeah.
and they're worried that DBM is going to come out with it first, so they have to launch it first. Like,
Yeah,
do
but
you think that's
neither of them
possible?
are making money
the
like that.
but the problem is
Well, it's still the
it's
clout.
all
Sure.
the Lua code is out there, so DBM can look at how they did it, and they
And
can probably do
quasi
it
it.
themselves too.
Yeah.
Who do Who do you think Bigwigs copied this code from? I was about to ask that.
So here
Maybe they copied it from DBM and that's why they're coming out with it
now,
because they
okay,
want
hold
to
on.
Oh,
say that
maybe.
they
We
did
should
it first.
clarify this. We should clarify this first, by the way.
Yep.
Private auras
What?
lately have been not used to necessarily hide the debuff, but more to hide the computational power of telling you what to do. All right, I'll give you an example. Dawnbreaker, the private aura on that dungeon was the tidal wave, the green tidal wave, right? It would
Yeah.
you'd see you'd see the icon, yeah, but you wouldn't know whether to go left or right. And in the past, weak auras would have been able to tell you that. So maybe Blizzard's okay with this because it's not having the buff that's the problem, or knowing that you have the buff that's the problem. It's what you do with the buff, or in this case the debuff, to like game the mechanic that they care about. And so therefore, knowing that the off tank has, drop puddle X in 6 seconds isn't an issue because theoretically you guys would be communicating that anyways. So they're okay with you tracking, and again, they call it specifically the icon. And it's more that Blizzard's only going to use private auras for the mechanics not wanting to be computational, which again, none of them should be now, as far as I know. And telling you what to do with it, i.e. go left, go right, or go to star, go to square, whatever.
So you're swapping to the other side where you're saying maybe
No, I'm
it's
just saying.
intentional.
I'm just saying.
chill
I'm
with
saying
it.
that might be the loophole, and that's
Well-
why Blizzard's able to get it. They're not going to come after it.
What I want to know is, Lithian, can you use this to make the Pedro weak aura again?
Pedro's
Because
remade.
that was
Somebody
in the
already-
black box.
Somebody already made it.
It doesn't work that
Someone
well.
made
apparently.
it, Lithian? It doesn't work.
Well,
Can
yeah.
someone make a working one?
I tried to make it, and I could detect when heroism is cast, but I can't detect when it's done. So the Pedro music
keeps
just
going.
keeps going.
But does
yeah,
it always
it's
last a set amount of time? Like
No.
is it,
But
like,
he's saying like if
Well-
you finish the fight early, it should stop. If you if you
Oh.
die,
yeah.
if you die.
It does. Yeah. It's just so
I
hard
think it's
because I can't.
funnier. Isn't it funnier if you die and it's still happening and you know that you're missing
No,
the party?
it just
You're
slows
like,
down
oh,
back
no,
to
I'm missing it.
Pedro.
Honestly,
Yeah.
when you get Pedro going and then you die immediately and the music just stops, it's perfect. It fits the moment.
It's
so
that
well.
moment
You're
of
just like,
oh,
fuck.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
No
like
Pedro.
when mages used to get the procs for heroism or whatever.
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
Pedro,
it would do it.
yeah, it would play all the way through, and I don't know.
No, mine didn't.
I
Mine
mess with
didn't.
it. No.
I think you mean
Oh, you're
Now
saying
it
in the new
would.
version? Okay.
Yeah, like when I
Well-
was trying to make it, it would.
Well, apparently
mages
it
don't
also
get to
was giving it
enjoy
for
it,
power
that's fine.
infusion. Power infusion because it has like roughly the same kind
Yeah.
of rule sets. If you got power
kinda
infusion, you
want
also
it.
got Pedro.
I want a Pedro
Yeah.
for power infusion. I don't know when I'm
I-
getting power infused. I'm not like on
I-
top of my stuff enough to understand that.
Yeah, I don't know. I could pull it back out again. It was fun to mess with. It's just it's so much harder because I don't have a lot of documentation around what's in, what's out, and what I have access to. So
Yeah.
Well, either
just
way,
guessing.
are you guys worried that the Addon Apocalypse was a nothing burger? And I mean, I don't care that Blizzard has egg on their face if it's one way or the other. I from like my care is that like they're making an effort to make the base UI better to the point where I'm now excited about trying not to use add-ons. Now of course
Yeah.
I will probably add a couple back as we start going, and I'm like, oh man, I really miss this. But as of right now, I haven't felt that way.
Yeah.
As we get closer, it does seem like it was a bit of a nothing burger, but honestly, I will say, aside from the nameplates, which is the only thing I have add-ons for right now, I actually am kind of vibing with the dungeon designs, at least in terms of how the bosses are. I think they're a lot more clearly defined mechanically, and I think obviously the first couple times you do them you might make a mistake, but I think they've done a pretty good job at designing the game around the limitations you were supposed to have. Obviously a lot of people are finding ways to get around that now, so that's a bit of a shame, but I think I don't think it was a nothing. I just think it was just what we all kind of thought. Maybe there just wasn't enough time, and hope maybe over time they can refine it a little bit better and get it where it needs to be.
But
I
you know
mean-
what? I'm like genuinely pleased with what they've accomplished. I mean, when they gave us the UI customization in Dragonflight, was it the beginning of Dragonflight when they, or no, it was the beginning of Shadowlands, where suddenly we basically had access to moving all our things around
No, that was
like
Dragonflight.
bartender. Dragonflight. Okay, yeah. So right then I was like, okay, perfect. Now I don't need bartender because I can basically do what I want here. That's how I feel now. And I think that's going to be a
But
non-significant number of people who are like, oh, cool. This is all I needed to do to play my class. And like, I don't have to get outside stuff. I think it's good for the game to have it because like before we've criticized that there's things that there's like required weak auras for some classes and some seasons where it's like,
Yeah,
I literally
definitely.
can't play the game with or can't play the class to the best of my ability without a weak aura. That should not happen.
I mean, the way that it works now, I play beta with no add-ons, and I do
Yeah,
just
we
as
all
good
kind
as
of do.
I do just you don't play beta at all.
No, I
I
mean,
do
but
just
we're
as
all doing like less add-ons than we
well,
had.
no,
Like,
I have a full set of add-ons in retail. I
oh,
my UI looks very similar to the way it looked before, minus a bunch of weak auras, right? I can play exactly the same on beta with no add-ons because it's not impacting like there's nothing there. I don't have an add-on that impacts my gameplay at all. I just it's all visible. It's all cosmetic
Icing on
and
the cake.
thing, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. And I have no issues performing in either beta or retail with what I got. So
Which
I'm
you
not
think is a
worried about
W,
it.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's
I
great. That's
agree.
perfect. It's the way it should
Th
be.
That's
I
what I was trying to get to is that, like, even if maybe they didn't clear out the weak auras, clear out or, like, what they wanted to do, like, make it so that people can't, out race, arms race their boss fights or whatever. Like, maybe that didn't fall into place the way they wanted it to, but what is falling into place is criticism that we've all given is that, like, dude, 80% of the player base uses a damage meter. Why is that not in the game? Like,
Yeah.
80% of the user base uses X like weak
Cooldown
auras
manager. Yeah,
or
yeah.
DBM or whatever. Like literally, why is that not in the game? Like, so it's a huge W for them to recognize like these are the three biggest things that people are going outside to do, and we're gonna do it in house. Like that is enormous.
And they're not done. They
It's
said
not
they're not
quite
done.
there. Yeah, it's not quite there, but for me, it's plenty good. Just the
Fine.
same way when they put in bartender, I was like, this is plenty good, and I'm happy. I'd way rather just use what you're giving me
Yeah.
because that makes me able to evaluate the game on its merits better than like, oh, I need a bunch of outside bullshit, which I think is a
Well,
healthier
and you're
game.
not wasting a whole bunch of resources on your computer that could be draining your raid, which we've had multiple times,
Mhm.
right? That's the
Right.
biggest thing for me is like I'm just happy the fact that knowing that I'm not like we'll talk about Discord in a second, but like Discord apparently is like also sucking the life out of games right now. So I have to worry about that. But it was clear that either weak auras or I stopped using LVI because of it. And there was another one, I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but like there's another one where I was like, I'm almost certain this is destroying my frame rates. I want that to be gone. I don't want to like that's not the game I want to play, even if it means that I'm
I
gonna be playing.
do. I feel like even without the add-ons and stuff, there were some fights where there were significant performance issues. Like that might be an additional problem they need to work through.
Maybe.
Like
I'm not gonna say that's
Well,
not, but
there-
I turned off my add-ons and everything was fine.
I turned off.
Yeah,
Well, I
when-
had a worse computer than you, but I turned off my add-ons and it was better. But it was like there were
When-
still the second the fight started, like my
Yeah,
frame
that
rate
was-
would
that was your
drop
computer. That was your computer.
egregiously.
Yeah,
Like,
You're gonna look
when-
forward to a new
when you
computer.
have details, when you have details pulling really fast over and over again, it's going to slow things down, right? Or Plater or whatever is because there's everything is polling. They use this polling architecture because that's all they can do, and it's terrible. So
All right. Well, on the
But,
subject of Discord. Oh, sorry. You want to say ask you?
Oh no, I was just gonna add that nothing burger in terms of you don't really need the add-ons if you didn't want to use them, but I still think if you're comfortable with them and still want to use them,
That's
people are still going to use them. So
Yeah, and but people are like saying, "Oh, now I have to have 70 add-ons instead of 5." Like, okay, but,
Right.
like,
Those
why is that?
people-
Why is
and
that
I
a huge problem?
yeah.
You know, like,
I recognize that some of those people are in our audience, but I feel like need is a very strong word, you guys.
well, and then
Like,
beyond that, I
he
also
wants
made the
it.
point that I
Yeah.
prefer it this way because at least I know when I go to CurseForge and update everything, everything is updated. Whereas with weak auras, I might have had a weak aura from 20 years ago that like
Yeah.
has been improved vastly, but I would not know because I didn't go check the Wago individually and see blah blah blah. You know, so like I'd rather
I
it this
also
way.
low key
Yeah.
think that was a you problem, because I remember at one point you were sorting through your weak auras and you're like, dude, like this is broken and this, and you're like trying to
Well, I
sort them
downloaded
out, and
I
like you
downloaded
broke
a
it
Waggo had
irreparably.
this Waggo had this week aura add-on for WoW. I was like, oh, that's
Oh,
actually
Yeah.
probably a good idea. I should probably like double check all my because
Didn't it
this
break
was
everything?
well, no, because this was at the time where I had I was told that the reason why I was seeing frame rate issues with weak auras was because you remember I made all my weak auras myself, right? And I had all these really cool spell
Right.
effects. An example would be when I was playing my DK and I used one of the buffs, the cooldowns. I'd have ice cubes like kind of come into my screen, and they would just like make it look like I was in an ice cave, right? Very dumb, but whatever. It was like very thematic, and I was having a blast making them. But any of the ones that you used, like 3D textures or 3D assets that the game had given you,
Mm.
completely apparently destroyed your frame rate. So I saw this and was like, oh shit, I need to stop using mine. I'm gonna bring in this add-on. I'm going to clean up all the weak auras and update them to being, because some of the ones that like Meg, for example, made for Mistweaver had used the same things and she had updated them. But it was like, okay, cool. It was supposed to update everything. No, it just made everything a hot fucking mess. And I had to like
I remember you
delete everything
crashing
and
out.
start again from there. I'd rather have it where I just go to CurseForge. It's all curated there. I can just right click uninstall and it's gone. I'm not worried about like messing something up. Like obviously, yes, I might make some edits in the options, but I can save that stuff, by exporting it and all that stuff. I don't know. I rather it this way. That's my personal opinion.
Well, it's nice to say you're laying out this horrible, like, it reminds me of an infomercial where it's like, guys, has this ever happened to you and you spill your macaroni?
No,
It's like, now
I'm trying to get
you
a soda out of
you
the
don't have to
fridge.
yeah. Yeah, well, that actually happened to you, and now you don't have to do that because they got
Yeah.
new WoW add-ons, so you're not gonna have
Blizzard
to that
UI
was a horrible
available
story
now.
of you spilling your macaroni.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So the
Now you
last
have
thing I
to.
wanted to ask you all about, again, people are up in arms. Discord announced that they're gonna have age verification. The long and short of it is you're gonna have to take a picture of your face or
Oh.
scan your face in to make sure you're an adult. It is said that
Let me
if
tell you something.
please.
I was gonna
What?
say, Discord already has your face, you guys. Like, they already have it.
All
They've
four of
already
us right
sent it
now are
to
currently using our
somebody.
faces through Discord. They have us already. Yes.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Is that to say, like, Blizzard, they don't have like some AI bot like farming and being like, "Oh, got her face, nice. We're gonna use that for some nefarious deeds." Like,
Well, they're just
it's already
selling.
happening. It's too late. They already got
The
it.
reason why people are upset is because the company that they're
Well,
using to gather this, one, Discord just had a data breach, which obviously proves that they're not necessarily the best people to handle our data in the first place. Two, Blizzard says, or not
security
Blizzard, we
issue.
keep saying Blizzard. Discord they say that they're not
Yeah.
going to hold the data, they're going to delete everything. However, the companies they're using to do this work allegedly are notorious for not deleting their data and stuff. So it's a
Well,
huge
yeah,
problem.
Frank, they're gonna delete. They're gonna delete everything after they've sold it like
Yes, yeah.
10 times over,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, we deleted it.
We'll
It's-
delete
it's
everything
chill."
within
It's
10
like, but it's
minutes,
already
but
been
those
sold.
9 minutes, everything is all fair.
Yeah, everything is sold. Yeah, 100%. Like, yeah. No, here's the thing. Is there more to this? Or you, sorry,
No,
you're laying
I'm
out
just
more. I'm
gonna,
already speaking my opinion.
Yeah. This is the final thoughts section.
This is not an opt-out sort of situation. What am I gonna use? Fucking Ventrilo? Like, fine, have my ID, have my social
oh,
security number, have all this shit.
whoa.
Every other program has it, so I don't give a fuck. I'm not doing illicit activities on Discord, so who cares?
Wow.
I feel the same
Sorry.
way to a degree, but I also feel so sad that that's how I feel. Like I'm not gonna
too.
move. You
I'm
can
not
have
like
my
joyously
data,
like, no,
whatever.
yeah, Discord. No, Frank, I'm not saying like Discord, I trust you, I love you, and you can have all my credit card number. I'm like, Discord, fuck you. I'm like handing it
Fuck
over,
you, take my
like
money.
shaking my hand like in anger. Like, yeah, but like literally, like, because I don't have a choice. I'm not gonna go to Ventrilo. Like, I just want to play my video games. I don't give a
Discord's
fuck.
so
Sell my
good.
face to I don't know.
Here's the thing.
There's
Yeah, it's so good.
Go on, Io.
there's a lot of Discord servers that I've been in that get a lot of different type of people in them, and they all have, I've heard this, like a lot of them have like NSFW channels. I think that it's a good idea to have it channels age restricted, because you don't know what a younger person that accidentally finds themselves in the wrong Discord could get themselves into. So
Well,
for
and there's
that
grooming concerns, right? 'Cause,
thing,
like,
I'm-
there's a
So
whole
that's
bunch of
on the-
Roblox.
yeah,
But
yeah.
that's not what
So
Discord cares
I'm
about.
okay with it for
But-
that. I mean, what else would they be doing it?
They want
I
to sell
agree
your
with it
data.
too, but I do think that companies shouldn't. Yeah, they're totally selling our data and saying we're doing it for the kids. But I also think that like
It's like
Parents shouldn't
Ring
count on
and that Super
companies to-
Bowl
Do
ad,
they
right?
need
Where they
your
said,
face
"Hey, we're
to
gonna
sell
use your cameras
data?
to find dogs." Wink, wink. And it's like, no, you're not. You're gonna fucking mass
No, they're
surveillance
probably
us.
gonna take
And
a
then
picture.
Ring, yeah,
Io,
Ring
they're
had to
gonna take a
back out
picture.
of the whole thing.
Frank, they're gonna take a picture of you and they're gonna be like, "This is a white guy in his 40s. We're gonna sell him like I don't know what
Not
do
my
white guys
40s
in
yet,
their
thank you very
40s
much.
buy." Whatever, like whatever. But like that's what they're gonna do with the facial stuff. Is they're gonna say, "Oh, we know exactly what to sell this type of guy." Like definitely not rides to the airport, I
Look,
guess.
look,
Like no
it's
Ubers. Like,
it's
but
it's amazing that Discord has remained quote unquote free as long as it has, because it really is an amazing app.
yeah, I've never paid
I
for
pay
it.
for Turbo just so we can have HD streaming and get y'all's ugly
Yeah,
mugs
me
up in here,
too.
right?
I mean, I pay
Yeah.
for Nitro.
Nitro, sorry, yeah.
Y'all,
for Nitro.
anything everybody should know this is important. If something is free, no, it's not. Like
Yeah,
they're
you're
getting
the
money from
product.
you
You're the
somehow.
product,
So
yeah.
yeah, you're the
Yeah.
yeah, that's what the saying is like if it's free, then you're the product. So fucking cool. Like just have it. But yeah, no, I there is a huge problem with like kids getting preyed on in Discord in like these any kind of multiplayer game where there's like chat or image sharing and shit like that. But like parents can't be relying on companies to parent their children for them. Like it's good if Discord wants to take a stand and be like, you know, age verification or whatever, but I know that they really want to take my picture and sell it, and this is not a conspiracy theory. Companies do this shit all the time. So I'm not be surprised.
No, and even to the point where
Yeah.
if like even if this is where I feel like with Apple, right? Because I feel like Apple really tries to sell you this idea that they're being like respecting your privacy. And
Yeah.
I don't know if that track record is true or not. Like, I feel confident that Apple's trying at least. However, one CEO changes, and you know what's his name? Tim Apple's gone. Then there's some guy who's a former hedge fund bro, and you know, not that Apple would do this, but anyways, like let's say that happens, all that shit just goes away anyways. And now I don't,
Yeah.
you know, like they lure you in with this sense of, hey, we're not like the other bros. And then of course they always are. It's just, yeah, I'm depressed now.
Yeah, I'm depressed now. I'm depressed about it. But at the same time, yeah, sure. Here's my social security number. I don't give a fuck. Like, do with it what you
just
will.
open
Like-
only 3 credit cards, please.
Yeah. Just 3.
I-
Just keep it to 3, please.
I will say that I'm happy Discord is trying to protect people. I disagree with I disagree with the way parenting works these days. I think parents expect the platforms to protect their children more than they would, but that's I already parented my kids and my kids are grown. I don't have to worry about it. But
in fairness, Lithium, just to add to that, in fairness, it's tough for parents who don't like. I'm worried about this myself, right?
well, they don't know.
As things
They have no
accelerate, we
idea.
don't know
Yeah,
like
they don't
what
know.
we don't know what to do because we like what the fuck is Roblox? You know, some 50-year-old saying, you know. So it's just it's tough.
Yeah, but what I would add is your face is technically biometric data, and you know if you're in the EU, if EU is protected by GDPR, and their data policies or regulations are a lot more strict
Yeah.
than the United States, by my own personal experience, because I have to deal with it. But you know, I don't know. I think that Discord doesn't have an issue understanding its population and marketing to that population. I mean, they have those orbs and all kinds of stuff now, and they know who they know who their base is, and they know how to market
Yeah,
to them.
But those orbs are
So
good. Like I like that system where it's if I watch 5 ads over the course of a month, I
It's
can
optional.
get Nitro. Right? It's 100% optional, and like
Yeah.
I like it takes 30 seconds. I'm like, cool. I got to choose when I watch the ad, and I'm just like, yeah, that's a great movie coming out. SpongeBob's gonna have a new movie. Cool for her. Good for him. And I just felt like, okay, that's fine with
Good for
me.
him.
But I mean, again, it doesn't matter. Like, I feel like I'm paying for
I mean, they're making
Nitro.
money.
I feel like I'm watching their ads, and yet
Mhm.
I'm still the product. You know, that's where I get frustrated.
Well, Discord's
Yeah.
making money, and I don't know that they're going to use my photo, and even if they had my photo, I don't know what they're going to get. I mean, look at this thing. What are you going to sell
Well,
this guy?
well,
You
people
know?
were testing, and I don't know if this
Whiskey.
was. I don't know if this. Like, obviously, this.
Whiskey.
Well, They were
They're gonna see what
testing.
you're drinking. They're gonna see I'm drinking Diet Coke, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, dude, we
No,
should."
they
give
were
her the new Diet
testing
Coke."
with video game
No.
characters, seeing if you could get it to trick the facial recognition, right? And someone even used their thumb with a smiley face. Now, granted, this might be like fake, and they're just like editing it to make it. But like, they were using things to try to make it look like they were an adult, and so like, even then, you can get around it, which again proves to me I don't think this is about the kids. It's just like collect data. And,
No,
and
yeah, they
so-
don't care. They're like, whatever. Like the people we're selling this to can sort through the thumb pictures. Like
Yeah.
we don't give a
Not
fuck.
our
They
not
already
our
bought
problem.
it.
We got our 1 cent for selling the
Yeah.
photo.
Yeah, our 1 cent per thumb pic.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys want to talk about? Are you excited? Are you hyped? Midnight coming 2 weeks.
I'm
Yeah.
hyped for my aquarium trip, and I'm getting a new puppy. And yeah, I guess WoW's cool. Frank is like,
I
don't get the
guess.
puppy.
I
It's too late.
I guess WoW is cool. That's all you got.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep,
so looking forward to doing ET.
midnight.
Yeah, dude. I haven't
Oh.
been playing WoW super hard for like a couple months now. Like I've been hitting it occasionally, but it's been really it's been paying off because now I'm like, dude, dude, you know what game I want to play? I want to play WoW. Like so it's definitely paying off, kind of having a cleanse. So
Well,
Occasionally,
I want to
on-
play
hold
with
on,
my
I asked-
friends.
I asked you what we were trying to
Yeah.
say.
No, go on with it. No, go on with it.
He
No,
made
I
his,
say I just
he
wanna
made his
play with
joke.
my friends.
He's
Oh.
putting friends in
Yeah.
quotes. That's what he's saying.
Oh, okay.
funny. Haha.
No.
Every so often on beta, I've been going to like the new Silver Moon just to like either upgrade items or to do other things or to buy like water or whatever. And every time I go there and hearing the new music and everything, I get really excited to do for the campaign and the quest and everything. So I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to.
This is the first
couple
time I
days,
haven't
especially
touched the
with
campaign at all in beta. I like
Yeah,
do not
that-
want to get a rune.
That's always what I look
Yeah, I'm
forward
not
to the
touching it.
most with the new expansion. Like I'm not thinking about the new dungeons. I'm not thinking about this or that. I'm like, I want to dig into the new quest zone. I want to be very judgmental about it. I love doing that. You know, like and really kind of like assess is like, is this good? Is this art that I'm enjoying, or do I'm gonna go on a rant about this? You know,
Yeah,
that's my favorite.
I would iterate though that the wheel competition for season 1 in Midnight is not a pugging one, and it's not a separation of
It's
our
not even
group.
really a
It's
competition. It's just like a challenge.
It is because what's going to happen is we're all going to veto Frank from healing because he's a terrible healer, and Scrap's going to quit playing Devourer, and Haywire's going to complain about how hard melee is.
I'm at a
And
Why
all
is
of you are
Haywire
gonna
not the
quit,
hold on?
and
Why is Haywire
and I'm
not the
gonna
first
win.
person on the list? Because Haywire has
Oh,
not.
he's already.
I was
he's
joking that
already
he was
Remember
not soft launching quitting. He
remember
was
when he
hard
quit?
launching it.
Remember when he quit the last wheel competition by saying, "I quit.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. LOL. I quit. I hate this." And then we took him out,
Yeah.
and he flipped out.
Yeah, he was like,
Yeah,
"Wait, I
it's-
didn't officially submit a quitting letter or some shit." I don't
Yeah,
know.
because I said in
Haywire
order to
was
be able to take him seriously, you have to say, "I quit." This is not a joke. Or something
Here's the
like that.
deal. If at the end of season 1 in Midnight, you guys are still playing those characters,
Yeah.
Well,
aside
in
from
it.
myself,
No, hold
I
on.
would be surprised.
That's the bullshit because everyone else you're saying will quit, but you're saying I will be forced out. You're saying I will be fired.
No, Lithium's
I am at
misrepresenting
a
it. You're not gonna
zero.
be.
Like, there's nothing I can win out of this. I can heal my.
No.
I could be healing 20s next season, and it wouldn't fucking matter.
Wow, he caught on. Holy shit, he caught
Interested
on.
to
He
see
gets
how
it.
the vibe builds go and everything.
Oh God, can I?
Yeah.
All right, I gotta say.
Oh, the
Oh,
vibe
no.
build.
No, like again, the
The
goal of the
vibe
vibe builds wasn't to say I'm gonna find the meta, right? However, I am stressing out getting ready for this idea because
I
you know.
knew it.
Well, no, I never said it wouldn't be stressful, Scrap. I just said I
Frank's
think
the
I
kinda
could be
guy
successful.
To not enjoy a vibe build.
No.
Like-
Sorry. Let me be clear. I
vibes
love
are
the
not
idea of the
good.
vibe build itself. What I'm stressing out though is about like when I saw, for example, last week where it said we're not supposed to be using arcane missiles for our arcane, right? Like there's no way I would have ever figured that out, and I'm just like, oh shit, am I in over my head? So I am a little stressed, I have to admit, but I'm still gonna vibe build.
Have to eat your hat on this. That my entire point is that the game isn't designed to vibe
Scrap.
build.
I'm
And you're
not
like,
going
yes,
to.
it is,
I'm not
yes,
going to
it
eat my hat for two reasons. One, I still think I'm right, and
Okay.
two, because even if
Of
I
course.
if I do prove I'm right, you will not admit it, and you'll be a complete ass about it.
You can't prove you're right by my metrics because you won't play by my game. So
Oh my
Which, by the way,
gosh.
actually
which by the way is a
living-
complete contradiction of how a game works. It's like
Yeah.
you can't
I'm
win
just
if
saying-
you're getting
Target.
good.
No. I'm just saying I have specific metrics to test this scientific hypothesis, and you're like,
No.
nah, we're not going to do the scientific
No,
method. We're
your
going to do the Frank
scientific
method, which I just made
your
up.
scientific no. Oh my god, Scrap.
Oh gosh, you guys.
Your
you guys are
scientific
getting
method is
Why'd you start
purposely
this?
get things wrong. That's not scientific method. That's not my
You have to
hypothesis.
You have to
No,
test the.
That's not vibe
you know,
building.
the-
That's anti-vibe building. That's building the worst. Oh my God.
Hey, would you
Anyways,
look at the time?
episode
Yeah,
73,
dude,
everyone.
I can't believe Frank mentioned.
I'm gonna
the
mute her.
phrase
I'm gonna
vibe
mute her.
building the last
I
5
mute her.
minutes. I'm
I-
crashing out.
No, she's gonna make me toxy. I'm not putting money in
I'm
over
muting
this.
you.
By the way, this is my
I'll be playing
toxy-free.
Brewmaster.
No, Lithian, this is my toxy-free zone. If she brings this shit up and I go toxy, it doesn't count towards my jar.
You brought it up. You said the phrase vibe building. You
Well,
know
just
that's gonna make
because
me
I
lose
asked,
my
no,
mind.
I asked you brought it up, but I was giving some.
Yeah, it was
I was trying to be
interesting to see that.
humble for a moment, Scrap. Anyways,
Oh,
that's
Oh.
episode
I
73.
expect a lot of more of that.
I'm gonna drink more whiskey.
I again, if you don't see us on Monday, it's because we're gonna wait for Scrap to get back. But maybe we try a dudes only podcast because
Guys, tell them
Scraps-
you want
Let
the
us know in
dudes
the
only.
comments. Yeah, let us know if you want the dudes.
I know there's at least 3 people who put very misogynistic comments every week who are
At
gonna
least.
like love the dudes episodes.
I know
Around
we're
the
making it.
sausage
I know
table.
we're making it when we have people who come and just give us like extreme hate for no reason. Like I tried to make it 1 minute into the episode, but once Scrap opened her mouth, I just wanted to blow my brains out. Like, what the
No,
fuck?
I love that guy though. That's my favorite guy. The guy who updates live how long he watches.
You will
He'll
see
never
us
get to the
one
end,
way or
so he's not gonna
another
see it.
next week for episode 74. But until then, enjoy your pre-patch, enjoy your breaking of the add-ons. We'll see you then. Take care, everyone.
Have a good one.
Bye.